All right. Let's go on.
Yeah, we were in the middle of interrogating Canis.
Yep. Here we go.
Canis' defense.
Perhaps you might begin by explaining what you believe my motive to have been. I never knew this knight. I had no contact with him, no connection whatsoever. Given that this is the case, why would I possibly wish him dead? Could it be you are suggesting that it was my canine companion who had the motive instead? Helmet only bears his fangs when I tell him to.
Well, you pretty much know that Canis is what relation I have. That was the chess letter.
I am not so bloodthirsty that I would kill a man I did not know.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
I mean, when he puts it that way.
Okay, hold on.
All right, Sir Colin.
I mean, when he puts it that way.
An assassin only kills his acquaintances. Not the soundest business model. I agree.
My work required me to deal with strangers, of course, but murder for its own sake, that's not my style.
So I need to prove a link between Knight and Canis. Again, the chess letter. I should go over the evidence and see what I can discover. So, we know, I think that was either statement 2 or 3.
Also, his number on his outfit
Boss.
is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Boss.
Yeah.
Here we go. This one, Vas. I had no connection whatsoever. That's the contradiction.
Also, DP, what were you going to say?
Gotta love that clever lead speak.
Chess letter. Objection! Easy.
For now.
Suspicious. Easy.
You're getting sloppy, Mr. Canis.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I love that. I love that scruff. No, I was gonna say I love that scruff. I love that Scruff McGruff Buddha statue he has in the back there.
I take a bite out of Buddha.
Which is weird because I think that there is like a dog figure in Buddhism.
Yes.
I can believe it.
And in sumo.
Nice.
You may have trained your dog to clean up your mess, but some things still require a human touch.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have opposable thumbs.
We found this in the victim's room. It's the record of a game of correspondence chess. What's more, the game depicted matches the game laid out on your board.
Yes.
What? The number of possible games has been calculated to be 10 to the power of 120, and that's on the low end.
Wait, so that's 10 times 10, 120 times over 100? 1,000? I give up. I mean, what do you even call a number like that big?
A vanishingly unlikely coincidence. That's what. Coincidence? I think not. Jimmy Neutron meme. Now
No,
tell us why.
No, that's also an Incredibles meme.
I know, it's just that I just remember the coincidence I think not from Jimmy. Now tell us why you killed Knight. Unless, that is, you would prefer to explain the coincidence.
He got in the way of my rook. Well, they do say that truth is stranger than fiction. Just like that Jonathan Frakes show. It is, as you say, a coincidence.
A coincidence?
That's totally impossible. We just proved that.
A coincidence of a different kind, child. I never imagined my correspondent was the victim, you see.
You keep on using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
And yet here we are, Helmut, is as surprised as I am. Aren't you, Helmut? Yes.
Chess diagram. Knight was playing correspondence chess against Canis. Did the two have some sort of connection?
Yes. I love how your quote immediately bled into the following response.
I know. I suppose there is nothing for it but to finally tell the truth. Boy? Woof. The other prisoners had all gone to the yard, you see. There was a show of some sort, I believe. Here I was, minding my own business, when it comes Helmet dragging a corpse, of all things. I had quite the shock, not least because the murder weapon was still in the poor fellow's neck. Of course, I was none too keen on becoming a suspect, so I had Helmut take the body to the workshop. As you do.
Of course.
Once there, he removed the murder weapon and brought it back to me, just as I had asked.
Like a well-trained dog.
The dog pulled out the murder weapon in the workshop.
Indeed, he did. Removing it here would have made an awful mess, after all.
You know something? You know something? That makes total sense. Remember what Mr. Son Edwards said? Ugh. It's not my A game right now.
That huge
No worries.
black dog, yes! Had sunk his terrible teeth into the victim's throat. The master was displeased. What did you just say? It was hellish, utterly hellish, and beautiful. That beast, that awful beast, he killed him. Torgo does not like. I see, so what Mr. Sod actually saw was Helmet removing the murder weapon then.
Precisely. I can't say I wasn't a little disappointed that he was spotted, of course. Silly boy. It's not like you to slip up like that, is it now?
That is weird.
And there you have it. That is about all there is to tell about Cujo. I did not kill the man. At most, I am responsible for the removal of the weapon. Now, will that be all? Poor Helmet is growing...
Objection!
Sorry, but
Hey, Fender.
you could entertain us for just a little longer.
Fender?
Just one more question.
No offense, Palio, but I don't think you've quite told us everything.
Just one more thing.
I'm sure we'd all like to know why you thought you needed to pull the chisel out in the first place.
Mm-hmm. He's right. It makes sense that he would move the body to avoid suspicion. But Canis had no reason at all to recover the murder weapon.
So, the mute one isn't as dumb as I thought.
He's
No,
asking a question.
Capcom learned from last time.
Mr. Canis?
It was because of the bell. The one attached to the chisel, and the one around Helmet's neck. Have a very distinctive design, if you will.
Of course. They were something of a trademark of yours, were they not?
I don't get it. How does that even work?
Body Harma Canis, the blind butcher, his appearance was always announced by the sound of bells. The 11th hour
Bells?
was your... No, the 11th hour. The last sound his victims would ever hear.
You flatter me. Though it's been some years since you last saw one of them, you remember them well.
Your knife and its attached bell were one of the pieces of evidence seized in our case against you.
Yes, it was but one of my bells. One of only two in existence.
Just two.
Two and only two. One for my knife, and one for my beloved helmet. Exquisitely crafted, utterly unique. My ears are my guide, after all. And I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me.
Mr. Canis's bells. Only two such bells exist. One is attached to Helmet the dog, the other to Canis's knife.
which was seized by the police during his arrest. When Helmet brought the body to my cell, I was very surprised to hear a familiar sound. At first, I was sure that my knife had been used to do the deed. But no, a chisel. An ordinary chisel.
It's certainly no assassin's blade.
Nonetheless, the bell would have suggested my involvement. Compounding the matter is the fact that I am the only person in this prison permitted to use such tools. I still rue the day that that man named Daredevil found me. It was clear that I would become the prime suspect.
This would be Daredevil's easy rival right here. Damn.
And so the chisel had to be...
Although I'm thinking Hitmonkey when you say that.
Yeah, well, more like, blind assassin.
I know.
Blind Daredevil. Yep.
Chisel had to be removed and hidden.
You still claim that all you did was have the dog move the body, that you had nothing to do with the killing.
Hold it. How could I? I told you, the chisel is not mine. You need not take my word, Mr. Edgeworth. Why not have it checked for fingerprints and dog saliva?
Eustace!
Me, but I don't know how to check for fingerprints.
Get forensics.
Oh, right, sure thing!
Oh my god.
Wiener?
We got them. Fingerprints. They're Mr. Knight.
And Mr. Countersus?
Nope. Just Mr. Knight. Oh, and forensics says there's no sign of any prints have been wiped off.
Ooh.
So he killed himself? Only Knight's fingerprints. This isn't good.
I knew it. It was that Mortal Kombat character that did it. He knows how to manipulate the soul to do self-kill fatality.
Your soul is mine.
She not.
Should I get the checked again?
Now do you see? I have never so much as touched that chisel. Helmet carried it in his mouth. That is all. Therefore, any prince must belong to whoever had it last.
So the murder weapon belonged to the victim. Oh, that is not helpful.
As I said, I have not touched the chisel. Therefore, I cannot be the killer. Or do you wish to suggest otherwise?
No. I've got nothing to counter with. But what could this mean? Is he not the killer after all?
Yes.
Is he actually telling the truth? No, he can't be.
My name
Search
is
your soul.
actually Red
You know it to
Herring.
be true.
I'm sure this goes without saying, Mr. Edgeworth, but if you do not find a solution to your current predicament, and quickly, I'll have little
Fired.
choice but to relieve you of your badge. Even my patience has a limit, and I will not tolerate you throwing this investigation into chaos. Am I clear?
Yeah, you've done it now, sir. She's serious. I see she's lining up the rocket jets.
You know what's funny? I can literally, because the way that she said that, Vass, it would just be Benson from regular show. If you don't find a way to find a solution at the end of the day, you're both fired!
Shut up! I know that!
Yep, so Edgeworth would be Rigby and then...
Would you? No! Don't you dare! Don't you
I
fucking
hate to
dare!
admit it, but...
Don't you dare!
I'm joking!
Please don't do that, Vass. Please don't.
I hate to admit it, but...
That does paint a very hilarious mental image.
Everything on its head. Without more evidence, I'm back to square one. Well, he is shorter than Gumshoe.
Wait, something doesn't add up. A few things, actually. What would Mr. Knight have needed a chisel for?
You could do a lot with a chisel, child. Break out of prison, for one.
Alright, then how did he get in there? Did it get in there? There's no way the guards would let him bring a super sharp tool in with him. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Prison wallet.
No, the chessboard.
The fixer.
Hey, Earth to Mr. Edgeworth. Oh. You can't stand there, hemming and hawing, just because of a little setback. The important thing is to finding the truth, you know? Doesn't matter how we get there. Actually, kinda does.
Yeah,
As long-
it does.
As long as we save Simeon in the end, we can't give up now or ever.
Yeah, what she said.
Edgeworth rebooting.
I'll second that. You want me around with that, Kay? I'm half tempted to offer you a job for real. Like I said, the defense never rests.
He's thinking people shut up.
Or rather, like you says, what do you think lies at the heart of those words, Miles? Any guess?
50% reloading. The heart of these words. The heart of the cards. What?
No, that easy up.
It's like this. As a defense attorneys, our client's fate rests on our shoulders. We're the only one that can turn to. He is our client, and we're the only one who can save him. So we can't rest, not while he's counting on us. I'm not about to turn my back on your old man legacy. Are you?
75%. I am an associate with the defense now. No, I am an associate with my father's firm. That's the role
far
I
are we
have
talking?
chosen. And that means that if I fail to save my client, I have failed in my duties. 100%. I will honor my father's vision and save Simeon Saint. No matter what setbacks I face, I cannot admit defeat. If one path is blocked, I must simply find another.
There we go. That's the Miles Edgeworth I knew.
Why does she look like she's hitting him in the head?
It's supposed to be a fist bump of encouragement.
Yeah,
I know he's
hoorah.
not, but the way it was angled looked like he was getting smacked in the head by a K.
Now let's find that. Now let's find that new path forward. I am. What is with my voice right now?
He's one of those kids.
Yeah, it
Drink
is.
some water, Sircon. Drink some water.
On it. Gonna drink some water now. Oh. Brought that chisel into the prison.
Right, how would Knight have managed to bring a chisel in here?
Chessboard.
Take that.
Usually it wouldn't be possible to bring a metal object into this facility undetected.
Because of the security gates, right?
Correct. We already know that checks at one of the gates haven't been entirely thorough of late. Maybe the gate at the entrance of the detention center.
The gate is only used to scan people. Any items they bring into the facility are only subjected to a cursory check.
Are you telling me that the chess set wasn't put through the metal detector?
As it should have been, unless it seems the guard had grown a little lax in that regard of late.
I took advantage of this little oversight and had Mr. Saint bring him the chisel. Hidden inside his pocket chest set.
That does answer one of our questions. It suggests that the chisel was indeed Mr. Knight, and not Mr. Canis's.
Pocket chest set. Knight hid a chisel in here to prevent it from being found by the prison staff.
Dun, 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 dun.
However, we still have one rather pressing problem to address. That is security footage in which Knight is attacked by a dog. How does one explain it if Mr. Canis was not the culprit?
That's Sir Gil?
Yep. I think Striker's okay.
I'm glad, Vass, that you didn't mind my joke. Yeah, I'll
Which one?
Oh, about regular show.
Yeah.
Oh no,
No.
he violently hammered you with a frying pan.
But then how do you explain his friend not being on the murder weapon? This one's a real free fiber.
Does not even qualify as a joke.
It's a
A funny mental image, but not a joke.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
just move
crap,
on.
my eye. I need to get a haircut.
Vass, you're up.
The court too finds itself wanting for a satisfactory explanation.
Wait, sir! I think I might be the time to show you another of my secret weapons! Introducing secret weapon number 4, Little V!
What sort of name is that, detective?
I came up with it myself, sir, and certainly not from a convenient fortune cookie. Anyway, you can use it to analyze the video footage, to zoom, enhance, and clear up any pixelation.
An excellent idea. Perhaps then you might finally see that I am telling the truth.
Who knows if there's anything to be found, but it has to be worth a try. Wait a minute, Lil V only does it in Betamax.
Oh, that's alright, sir. I have a Betamax adapter. Alright, you want me to talk you through how to use it, sir?
Do I have a choice? Seeing as I'm not exactly familiar with video analyst techniques, perhaps I should hear him out. Sure, why not?
You have selected no.
If you can run me through the functions, detective, that would be most appreciated, and get that Lee Trevino golf off TV.
Yes, sir! So basically, you gotta do what you always do. Hold up the second screen of your DS. Examine everything that catches your eye.
And I can examine things with T key, I see.
Yep, and once you press the Earl Grey, see those controls at the bottom of the screen?
Uh-huh.
The panels on the left and right let you rewind and fast forward respectively.
How do I record?
Oh, sorry, I had to take that out in order to implement a zoom-in feature. And you can use the middle one to pause. Get used to those. You're golden, sir.
Passe, okay. It seems I can also press E key to fast forward, or Q key to rewind the footage. Eee! And I can press spacebar to pause.
When the video's paused, you can go to the previous frame with Q, then the next frame with EEK. Or just use the same control panels I showed you earlier. Lastly, I'd better explain how to zoom in. Just line up the old cursor in the area you wish to take a gander at. Then use the panel in the bottom right and Little V will do the rest. It's got those 2 expanding window arrows right there. You can't miss it, sir. It's dotted too.
Up here, I can zoom in by pressing R key too.
By the way, even when you're zoomed in, you can still examine stuff, like in regular view. Also, you can make use of the previous and next frame to get a good look at what's really happening. Only thing you can't do when you're zoomed in is play the footage that's there.
I see, and how do I zoom out again?
Just use the panel in the lower right corner again, sir. See how it's gone from expanding to collapsing arrows on there? That's because you're zoomed in. And that about sums it up. Now let's fire Little V up for real this time. Remember, anything that you're not too sure is in the enclosed instruction booklet. Now examine what catches your eye.
The footage from Knight's holding cell. Other than the victim being attacked by that dog, I can't see what else it might show us. I suppose we're wrong. What could we be looking at instead? The person in the footage be someone other than Knight? And if so, could whatever's attacking them be something else too? I should keep both questions in mind while reviewing the footage.
You never know what you're going to see once you start looking at things up close and personal. Check every detail, sir. Like those English muffins you keep speaking about, but I can't find in stores. You'll find something, I'm sure.
Alright, so this should be simple.
What? This footage seems odd. Wait a minute. Gumshoe, you've got an old tape of Photon on here. Oh, wait a minute. There's...
It was
nope.
the only tape I had.
Yeah, that's fine. I appreciate Social Studio. Oh, there you go.
That is not a dog.
That's a bear.
Brown bear, brown bear.
I suspect we may have made a critical error of judgment. What we're looking at here is no dog. This animal is a bear.
Are you sure it's not a cat?
That's not a dog. It's a bear.
What? It's the paw prints from the photo I took.
We're not canine, but ursine. Tunnel prints. A photo of the tunnel between the prison and the detention center shows paw prints made by a bear.
Din, 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 din.
A bear? Oh, so could that mean it's that boxer dude?
Yes, I think it could. After all, who else do we know with such a pet? And if we were mistaken about the creature in the footage, it's not inconceivable that we were mistaken about the person in the footage, too.
Maybe there's something in there that could prove it, sir. Something that shows it wasn't night.
You're right, we can't see the person's face, which means a direct identification is out of the question. Perhaps there's something that can tell us who they are indirectly.
Indirectly? Oh, like a mirror?
Yes, it's certainly worth a look.
Man, I'm starting to bang on all cylinders again.
What in this footage is... Okay, so we zoom in closely, we might see the Centurion figure on the shelf.
But we need to focus on the one that has the mirror.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, go back, Vass. I think... Yeah, oh. Almost. No, fast forward. No, rewind. No, fast forward over that stuff and rewind back to that one. Nobody needs to see that.
Yeah, this is gonna be
baseball.
tedious. This is gonna be a bit tedious.
Where is this now?
Oh.
Yeah, no. I think that we're not gonna get any better than that.
When they're that's where in the middle of dosey-doing.
The missing guard uniform.
Yeah, somebody's got a police officer uniform on.
That's a police officer uniform.
Yeah,
So yeah, the one that was stolen. Figures reflect in the mirror here too. Is that a hat?
Say, doesn't that look like the hat the guards wear, sir? And didn't one say they were missing a uniform? Ah, geez, is that what I think it is?
Have there been any reports of one of the animals attacking a guard recently?
Not that I have heard of.
So this may not be a guard at all, but somebody dressed as one. Perhaps this might shed a little light on the matter of the hat.
Take that!
Missing uniform. Yep. So, no guards have reported being attacked by an animal so far as we know. We need to hear about a guard's spare uniform being stolen. Could the person in the security footage perhaps be someone disguised as a guard? Someone attempting to escape without being noticed.
A guard disguise? I guess it might work. Wait, weren't we just talking about someone?
We were indeed. Someone who seems to have successfully made his escape.
Well, maybe not
We
that
assume
successfully.
that it was night in the security footage.
Well, it was his cell. It's hardly a crazy theory.
Perhaps, but now that we know about the hole under the bed, it is no longer the only possibility. Whoever had access to the tunnel could very well be the one caught on camera.
Well, damn it, Arthur. Would you care to tell the court who you believe this person to be?
The person in the security footage is...
Take that!
Old Man Jenkins.
I believe I know who our guard disguise is. It is none other than Rocco Carcerato, the prisoner who recently escaped from this facility. confidence in him because he was assigned a polar bear cub as his companion.
But the bear in that video is all black.
Well, indeed, and we have evidence that explains why. It's a good thing we talked to Torgo. The evidence that explains that polar bear's dark fur is Torgo's mud concealment.
I guess we have to present the glove because that technically has
Yeah, the
mud on
glove. Glove don't fit, yeah.
it. Yeah, for mud packs.
Take that!
Recall, if you will, Mr. Frank Sod's testimony. That's the rubber glove I dropped! Would you care to explain why it's so dirty?
What, it stinks?
Oh, of course! That's mud from one of the pet treatments! I've been practicing, yes!
You sound like Yoda.
He does.
No, because I'm not doing the different ways. I was giving one of the animals a mud pack right when the incident happened. I see. Around what time would this have been? Let's see. The show had already started, so around 9 a.m. perhaps. The thing is, the more mud I applied, the more in the zone I got, and the darker the animal's fur became. For the master, there's no trance, quite like the trance one enters when one slathers an animal with thick black mud. Torgo going insane.
Yeah.
While the circus performance was underway, he was giving one of the animals a mud pack treatment.
Animal could have been.
Indeed, our polar bear.
Overruled.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is the search facility introduced yet another contradiction? Which was the security camera?
I fully understand, Your Honor, and your doubts are entirely justified. Mr. Sott mentioned applying the mud pack while the circus performance was underway. And this does indeed introduce a new contradiction concerning the security footage.
It does?
Yes, let's put it this way. When would you expect the footage to have been recorded, Kay?
If it was taken right after he applied the mud pack treatment, it should have been around 9 a.m.
In which case, something isn't right about the footage.
Huh? Really? And what's that?
What new contradiction does the security cam footage introduce relative to when it was recorded? Because that's at
the time
6:42
itself.
a.m. Yeah, the time pass.
Take that!
The Sod said he administered the treatment at around 9 a.m. Which case, security footage also shows a time of around 9. Should. However, the timestamp says 6:42 a.m. On the day of the murder, the prisoners all went to the yard to watch the circus. All except 3. Mr. Canis, who remained in his cell in maximum security. Mr. Sott, who was administering a mud pack treatment in the workshop. Yes! And Rocco Carceretto, who had been awaiting that precise moment to put his escape plan into action. I believe he entrusted the bear to Mr. Sott before entering the tunnel. Oh, there he goes.
Let him go.
And the bear then slipped out of Mr. Sott's grasp to run after its human. The master will be very pleased. Mr. Sott would have then left the workshop to pursue the bear, at which point he saw... Oh my god! Mr. Canis' dog retrieving the murder weapon from Knight's body. Bad Torgo! It all fits perfectly except for the security footage, which should have been recorded from around 9 a.m. However, time spent in 3 hours is 3 hours off.
But why would this timestamp be wrong?
Detective, I would like you to have the security camera examined right away, please.
Yeah, got it, sir. sir. I just talked to the guards and... It seems like the time codes just slip on these cameras if they lose power.
Uh-oh. What?
They're pretty old, sir. Guess the clock stops when the power's off.
That is true. Which would mean the power was off for approximately 3 hours at some point. Security camera footage. The timestamp is off due to a 3-hour gap in the footage. This was actually recorded around 9 a.m.
That's not all, sir. You remember how Knight denied stealing the keys? No one believed him, considering, well, you know, he seemed kind of like the only suspect. Turns out, that wasn't all he said. He also said, "It was knocked out cold, just like the other guy."
Which may not necessarily have been a lie.
Okay.
Darling, stay all off.
Oh, it's the floof lady.
How goes the investigation? Is there anything I can do to help things along?
Arctic Fox. Actually, there might be something we can do for you, Warden the God. The escapee. Mr. Carceretto, I believe he may still be on the premises. He's disguised as a guard. Here's the proof, should you need it. We're reasonably certain that the person captured on the tape is our man. If I'm correct, he might even be right here in this room with us now.
How would you say that, sir?
Mr. Carceretto, would have been wearing a... Yeah. Mr. Carceretto would have been wearing a bracelet, right?
Yes, a bracelet that can easily be hidden under the sleeves of his stolen uniform. Furthermore, the doors out of the prison proper don't have those sensors that detect bracelets installed. So if he avoided doors with sensors, he could simply wait for an opportunity to finally make his escape.
Well, yes, I suppose he could avoid the workshop and the cells. And, oh, my. He's one of you, isn't he? He's here right now.
Gobble gobble.
Look, it's Teddy.
And he's got blood all over the place. Hey, paws off, get your mitts off me, you big beluga.
Oh god, just hear that Bugs Bunny saying that.
Thank you, Teddy. Very kind of you to confirm our suspicions. Yeah, okay, if it wasn't for you, I'd... What a thing is to be loved, huh, Mr. Carceretto? I'm almost envious.
God, apprehend this man right now.
A moment, if you will. I have some questions for our would-be escapee. If we are to learn the truth, I will need to speak with him, with your permission, of course.
I can hardly say no now, can't I? Can I?
Well, come on, hit me with your pressure, come on, I didn't hear no bell. Mr. Carceretto's escape route led directly into Knight's cell. It is highly possible he has something to offer. Tell me, what were you doing on the day Mr. Knight's body was discovered?
Away.
Around the time of discovery.
So you guys are you the ones that found my secret getaway, so you know how long it took me to do that friggin' thing. I've been guarding you for my whole time planning place. So I went for it on the day you found the guy. But then this little guy had to come right after me. Besides, before it was covered in mud, too. I had to go back to my cell. I would have gotten away with it. Somebody had an off night and brought you bums down here. I blame Mickey.
You claim to have dug that tunnel just now. How exactly did you do it?
You've always been a bum, Carceretto.
Oh, used everything. I get my hands to see how much boy, you name it. I spent every time I had this cockman fixer. Will I get a shovel? No.
Do not be disheartened, friend. Tomorrow is another day.
There's an outside chance Mr. Corrado and Knight met face-to-face just before Knight's death. I should see what other details I can extract from him.
guess I'm gonna have to press him.
There you're gonna have
Time.
to. So as you guys can that time. The first two check out.
Go meet Adrian. Well, guys, what to do?
Okay.
That checks out
Yep.
right there.
Yeah.
That checks out, so don't need to press him on that. For the third statement, I had me a guard's uniform, a whole dog, and a plan in place, so I went.
Press. Yeah.
Hold it!
Uniform was that from the Fixer too? Sure was. Some one of the guards. The guy swiping from the palace look. And were you wearing it when you were crawling through the tunnel? No, it would have got done. I don't know until I got in the hole itself. Once I was out of there, I'll just stop open the cell that piece of cake. There we go, I think, Freedom Beckons and the football that jumps up at me. Which would be the moment captured on camera. Nice. I'd be grateful if you could add that to your testimony. Once I was out of that tunnel, I'll just stop open the cell door, should have been a piece of cake.
Ah, but what about the keys?
Keys.
Got the keys.
Objection!
You claim that leaving the holding cell would have been a piece of cake, as you put it.
You got a problem with that? Yes, we can make it a problem. You catch my drift. Just like Polly.
My Dolce.
Even once you had a reach night cell, you still had another door to contend with. How exactly did you plan on opening it? Mr. Crossretto, I posit that leaving the cell would have been a piece of cake only because you had the key.
I don't got no sticky key. I don't need one. It was a piece of cake. So the door was open. I'll walk right in. Objection!
Out.
Yes, I suppose night cell was vacant by that point. There would have been no reason to lock it. It was indeed unlocked when I went to examine it for myself. So perhaps when you'd finally succeeded today, it truly was unlocked because it was after the morning. But you had attempted to escape previously.
Yeah, the security footage shows. Oh my god. Shows when you've tried and failed because Teddy caught you.
Which was during the circus performance before the body was discovered. The holding cell was still locked at that time because no one knew that Knight had been killed yet. Therefore, he must have had the key to his cell on you. Without it, your escape would not have been possible.
Who's saying? Did he really have?
I believe he could, yes. The theft of the keys was, in fact, perpetrated by none other than Mr. Carceretto. He is the one who attacked the guard.
Ta-da!
Not just the guard, Knight too. All to gain possession of the guard's key.
Quite a twist.
Your weakness is disease, so I'm the cure. It wasn't me, you lousy bum. I didn't even know it's no good. Objection!
After you stole the keys, you went back to your cell to avoid suspicion. And then you waited for the perfect moment to escape, a moment when the prison would be almost deserted. That's right, the moment of the show, just before the discovery of the body. Luckily for you, that particular attempt was thwarted by your furry friend.
Present video.
I knocked God out of the car, but knows it. Objection! I'll punch right in the chin.
Don't play games with me. Knight was as much a victim as the guard in this case. As a matter of fact, I have proof that Knight had been attacked in his cell.
Oh, is it set on his body?
It might be body.
let's
Stab
see here,
wound, suffered a
stab.
blow. Yeah, suffered a blow.
Yeah, there we go. That proves it?
Indeed it does.
Yes, I think I see it. Very victim-y. Very victim-y indeed.
That's not going to catch on.
Mr. Edgeworth, this piece of evidence is utterly meaningless.
Really? Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Good catch, Gavel.
If
Okay.
only she weren't here. I have to try and recall the evidence you found in Knight's cell.
Okay, so is
There's something in that that suggests what must have really happened between the two of them.
I guess you had nothing after all, huh?
As a matter
Okay.
of fact, Wiener, I do.
Okay,
Those
gonna be
shed light
honest,
floor?
I was not expecting Sebastian to have an interject after that. Usually we segue back into this.
What about, is it the door? No, not the door. That was
What
that's-
floor?
Were we
and
presented an
we-
autopsy update?
Oh, the autopsy report, yeah. Wasn't it? Prison search, roll call.
Let's see here.
Yeah, autopsy report. Yeah, right there. Oh, that's the one. That proves
No.
it.
No, it's not.
No. Dang it.
Hit to me.
Like I could have sworn, like we just got a note that said like an update. But
I suggest we say because we're
Oh,
gonna
the
be
stuff
here
on the
for a
floor? Was it stuff on the floor?
White floor.
No, that was blood. No, that's not. The
see
chisel,
here.
no. Not the tunnel prints.
like I
At
know for a
first, I
fact
guess we've
that,
saved because we might be here for a minute.
Prison roll call, search.
let's see
Wasn't
here,
the
not
tarp, that
this.
was in the workshop.
Yeah. Let's see.
No, that was for Candace.
Let's see.
The video is just for Teddy.
Wait a minute.
What?
I'm trying to think here.
What about the ropes? Or was that it?
No.
No. Like
Because someone had to have wiped the floor. Like that. There's. My gut
Yeah,
is telling.
we found... We figured that out one out. Remember, it was the newspaper? Yeah, it was the newspaper, remember? That's
Yeah,
what
but
I
how?
Which
But then the
was
question then becomes this: like, God, I am not. I don't 100% right now.
let's see
Prison roll
here.
call held 7 victims' body had not been found at the time of 7 a.m. roll call. Gavel searched the prison, but couldn't find anything. Oh, Salt's bracelet wasn't. Well, no, that's not for Mr. Salt.
Can we see what the little V said? Little. Let's see here.
the tape. Yeah.
What does it say? Let's see here. Timestamp.
Due to
off.
3-hour gap.
Actually
yeah, that was just-
reported.
That's when Carceretto got jumped by Teddy. I have proof that Knight had been attacked in his cell.
Well, I guess let's go on a limb and present floor.
That's the only other thing it is. Like.
It was!
It was.
Really?
I thought like the only other thing could have been was the wiped floor.
Oh, maybe
No
it's
trace of nice
because
blood on the cleanly wiped floor of his cell.
yeah. There we go.
What could possibly explain such a thing other than him having been attacked? And it was you who attacked him. You ambushed the both of them and stole the keys. What's with you? This wipe the blood up good. Ain't no way you should have found it. Uh-oh.
Okay, but why do you think you had to wipe it up anyway?
If they accept Knight and go outside, they would see the two never cared to blows. But to give up the whole game. There ain't no way that they don't figure it out the man in the ring. Oh, they have a referee. Plus, once they started sniffing around on the floor, and they found the tunnel in a heartbeat.
So you wiped up the blood to buy yourself a little more time, so you could wait for a better opportunity. Sadly, the opportunity you sought wasn't good enough to get you clear of the prison, it seems. Now, hand over the keys.
Oh, fuck.
Give me kiss.
Mooney.
It's over, Carceretto!
I did check for some of imaginary fractures.
If he dies, he dies.
KO my lousy steak bum. What would Mickey think? Fine, you want keys? Yeah, I hope you choke on him.
Miss Knight's sulky. A guard was attacked by the day before the murder, and his keys were stolen. They were found in Carcerato's possession.
Overruled.
Wait a moment. If Mr. Consento had the keys.
Indeed, Your Honor. Your theory lies on Knight having used the keys he allegedly stole to escape his cell. That was the only way he would have been able to enter Mr. Saint's cage and be moved to the workshop. Unfortunately for you, we now know that the theory cannot possibly be true.
Oh, that music. Oh, I love that Berserk music.
Alright, Sterkio.
Let's just change things up a bit. Not the only person who could move Knight's body is the one person who knew about the tunnel.
Oh, you gotta be freaking.
Mr. Carceraro, you're under arrest. Now come quietly, pal. Don't make me make Edgeworth punch you again.
You got the wrong guy. I do nothing. Nothing's over. Alright, fine. I knocked those two chumps out and I stole the keys. But after that, I went right back to my cell, waited for my moment. Yeah, that's it. And next I went to Knight's cell. There was nobody around. I mean, nobody. Absolutely. But this body was found in the workshop.
Do you mean no body or Noah body?
There was no body, as in no theater body. You think I just magicked my way in there or something? I'm the demolition man, I can't do that. I couldn't even gotten out of my cell.
Fair enough.
Indeed, you only had the key to Knight's cell. You couldn't have left your own cell in the prison. But Mr. Canis's dog could.
What?
It was not you, but Helmut who moved the body from your cell to the workshop.
I get it now. You're saying he wasn't the only con in this conspiracy.
But
Yeah, let's just say that the Fixer made sure of it. Indeed, one can easily imagine that Mr. Crossroad and Mr. Canis might have worked together. Mr. Crossroad could have killed Knight and dragged him back to his cell.
And then Mr. Canis's dog took him from there to the workshop.
There are no restrictions on the animal's movements within the prison. It's their own
That
fault.
is true.
Movement between the detention center and the prison proper, however, is tightly controlled. There was only one possible route, and only you could have taken advantage of it, Mr. Carceretto.
How can you be so sure? Maybe there's more of them, you just don't know, huh? Yeah, wise guy.
Something tells me that digging even a single tunnel was arduous enough.
I mean, have you even tried breaking the ground at your own backyard?
You got
Yes.
that right. You try scraping more than one hole in the top with a spoon. Lucky for me, I didn't have to dig the whole way. Somebody already did a bunch of work.
What, you didn't dig the entire tunnel yourself?
Nope. Found it when they put me in that cell. It's their own fault.
Ding ding.
Ran all the way from the woods to the well in the yard already. Moved down the well, check from there, same tunnel, alright. I just made good on what somebody else already started.
So he dug
Then
80% of a tunnel.
What was the original tunnel for?
Oh no, this one with the answers power, and maybe someone else tried to break out?
Oh, or maybe the animals dug it. Like, to get water from the well or something.
I've heard of more plausible scenarios than that in B-grade movies.
K! Well, yeah, kid, ain't no water to have down there. Come to think of it, smell, yeah, I always smell kinda, nice down there.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know, it smells sort of like, dessert, I guess, like cannoli?
Sweet scent. Sounds very familiar.
Wait a minute.
Where did we once come across a sweet scent?
Nice body.
On his body.
Detective Gumshoe noticed a sweet smell when we were examining Knight's body. With the help of a police dog, we followed the scent of the body and traced its route back through the prison cake. And that Mr. Carceretto was how we found your tunnel.
Oh!
that same sweet scent be what you noticed coming from the well.
Very clever, Mr. Edgeworth. You mean to suggest that this is evidence that the body had been moved through the tunnel?
I do. Furthermore, Mr. Crossretto, you're the only person who could have done it. Nobody else had access.
You have our thanks, Mr. Carcerado. Truly. Finally, the truth comes into view. Now, unburden yourself. It is time. Confess your role in this tragic incident.
Why you ain't putting this on me? I'm glad to see that we are finally in agreement, Your Honor.
Oh, if only we were, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Carcerado may have been an accomplice, but it's not of Mr. Kenneth. No, he was working with Mr. Knight.
Hold it!
What do you mean?
I do not believe that he moved Mr. Knight's body. Instead, I believe that he had Mr. Knight to use the keys he stole.
I really love this music. It just screams, you should fear this woman.
You guys,
yeah.
Jamie.
Ultimate.
It seems likely that he attacked Mr. Knight. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Mr. Knight was not unconscious as a result. Now, what he wasn't? What if he and Mr. Carcerado had reached a certain agreement?
What kind of agreement exactly?
Mr. Wright was plotting an escape for which he required a means of living his cell. And here he was that precise means in the form of the keys Mr. Carcerado had just stolen from a guard. Mr. Carcerado himself would need to pass through Mr. Knight's cell in order to effect his own escape. Mr. Knight needed only to shout and alert the guards, and Mr. Carcerado's plans would be ruined. And so, the two struck a deal.
The only striking I do is the fist.
My, still you deny it?
I think Starkio's busy. Who wants to do Fender?
I'll do it.
Okay.
So, we're agreeing that we...
Oh, sorry.
No,
Welcome back.
We're agreeing that we still disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Mr. Knight had Mr. Carcerado lock his cell so that when Mr. Saint arrived, he could escape into his cage. Mr. Saint was then able to move in to the prison proper, just as planned.
Still with this theory.
Aha! And then he took Mr. Knight into the workshop and did the dirty deed.
Were neither of you listening? The scent on Knight's body proves that it was taken through the tunnel. It was moved from his cell to the...
Perhaps if you would let me finish, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not denying that Mr. Knight's body was moved through the tunnel.
Then what are you driving at?
Is this a trick question?
As you say, Mr. Edgeworth, as we said chose the routes the body took. However, it did not enter the tunnel from Mr. Knight's cell.
And, huh? How did it get in there?
There's another possibility, one you seem to have overlooked. The well in the yard, could the body not enter the tunnel through there?
The well in the yard? Oh yeah, that thing.
Mr. Say did not take the gauge to the work cell. He took it outside. There, he killed Mr. Knight. And threw his body down the well.
With
Off you
extreme
go.
prejudice.
Then drive Mr. Knight's body here to its owner's cell from the bottom of the well. On that note, I would ask you to recall something. What was happening in the yard at the approximate time of the body's discovery?
The soy kiss.
The Amazing Digital Circus Show, right? Regina and Simeon were performing for everyone.
You...
Wait, Simeon? No.
Oh, sorry, Vasa. I'm about to
indeed.
allow Sircon to do that.
And so you see how it must also have been him who disposed the body.
Judge Gabel is a truly formidable opponent.
bloody mallet.
She so effortlessly adjusted her theory to fit the facts.
Let's propose that Mr. Knight was taken to the yard, not the workshop. And as we established, Mr. J was off stage for 15 minutes. If it decides to throw the body down the well, I'm sure you agree.
Objection!
Your deduction is impressive, Your Honor. However, even supposing that Knight's body was indeed thrown down the well, you cannot conclusively say that it was during the show. It could have happened at a different time.
Sympathy, Mr. Edgeworth, but it simply cannot happen.
What do you mean, Javert?
This car said that was usually settled around the time the show began. Mr. Corsetto, did you happen to trip over Curse while you were down there?
No, this is good.
If the body had been at the bottom of the well before the show began, Mr. Corsetto would have seen it. However, he saw no such thing. It's been somewhat difficult to support your theory. Furthermore, Mr. Knight's body was discovered in the workshop after the show. In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop at some point during the show. Tell me, who else could have done that but Mr. Saint?
Neil?
What do we do, Mr. Edgeworth?
The body did indeed enter the tunnel from the well. Things don't look good for Mr. Saint, still.
Tune in next time.
Your theory is still just that, a theory. And I post that you lack the evidence to back it up.
I can see that. For the moment, I do not.
Oh, I got a theory right here. May I suggest that we investigate the yard again?
Very well. May the gods of justice go with you.
Now then, to the yard. Perhaps we can finally put this case to rest. What the fuck? What's that sound?
Yikes! Is there a fire?
That's someone else escaped?
Should we maybe skip town too?
Oh,
Darlings, please. There's nothing to be alarmed about. Oh, what I mean, that's not an alarm. It's the dinner bell.
How about dinner
Although
bell
I
there,
suppose
lady?
it's rather alarming if you aren't used to it. Gotta get that changed.
It certainly scared the heck out of me.
I'm so sorry, Sweet Pea. I hope you can forgive me. Alright, you two. Back to your post. Chop chop. And as for you, Rugal, whatever your name is, it's time you go back to your room. Costello?
oh, fine. You got the picture. I'm not Teddy. Warden Lagarde, we'd like to take one more look around the yard now.
Oh, darlings, don't you have homes of your own to go to? Busy hours are over, I'm afraid. Tomorrow.
No, it's imperative that we investigate it right away.
I think we had quite enough excitement for one day, don't you? Murder's escape so eventful. It's time our guests went home to Buddy Pies, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Nerf.
Get the fuck out of my prison. Come on, darlings, don't make me bore you with all that I'm the one, that's an order nonsense.
Warden Lagarde is right. The word is law here, and we must respect her wishes. Mr. Edgeworth, your investigation yard will have to wait until tomorrow. I'm gonna get you back for now. Amanda or Senny can wait.
Whoa!
I bid you all good day.
I should have listened to my grandfather and become an outlaw.
What are you waiting for, kittykins? Off you go.
Fine, at least there is a tomorrow for me and Gumshoe. Judge Cavell believes that Knight's body was dropped down the well and then taken through Mr. Carcerotto's cell to the workshop.
Is that truly the case? Did the facts really support her theory? She also seems to believe Mr. Saint had to be the one to move the body. Was he really the only one with the opportunity to do so?
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Tomorrow's another day. We'll figure out a way to save Simeon. I know we will.
Yes, we will. Prove that Mr. Saint isn't beyond a shadow of a doubt.
To be continued.
Okay.
After these messages.
Have you always wanted your bread to come in a
Tuesday
can?
nights, kids' nights at Pizza Hut. Ah!
Yeah.
March 29th, 10:12 a.m. Prison Yard. That was Demolition Tag Team that did that rare Pizza Hut Kids Night for commercial.
I
Here
know.
we go again. Let's hope we can find something that this time will finally reveal the truth behind it all. Although that might be easier said than done.
There's nothing left to investigate.
Maybe those stilts over there. Judge Gavel deductions yesterday.
There is another possibility. One you seem to have overlooked. Bone yard. A dividing out entered the tongue through there. Hold on.
Really quick, I'll be right back. I need to use your bathroom.
No worries.
Ditto.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. I gotta make sure it's right here. In summary, the body must have been thrown down the well and moved to the workshop. At some point during the show. Tell me, who else could have done that but Mr. Saint?
A knight's body really been thrown down the well? Answer that question will surely show us the way forward. Before we begin, I should tidy up my organizer a little. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged.
Take this time to investigate.
Alright, who wants to do K? Oh yeah, it's Dasher.
Dasher.
Dasher. Such
That's sis.
Oh my goodness.
Dasher.
Not turkey.
All right. Let's see here. There's a cover on it.
That's
It's right up well slap bang in the middle of the prison. Figure it'd be locked. Well, luckily I'm a master lockpicker. Want me to do my stuff?
I think not. We'll do this investigation by the book.
Ah,
And-
shush. Come on.
And Jill looks on sad.
Don't be such a stick in the mud. Whoa.
What is it, K?
The lock's broken. And from the looks of it, it's been broken for a long time.
If that's the case, then anyone could have thrown Knight's body down the well.
And at
Including
any
Lassie.
point, too.
And Timmy. Judge Gavel's theory was that Mr. Saint carried out the murder here in the yard. And then during the performance, he threw the body down the well.
What are you saying? What are you thinking, Miles Sereno?
Miles
Possible?
Marino.
Or no?
Miles
Oh,
Marino,
well.
yep.
Miles Sereno. So yeah. Send my line. Oh, why don't we see if Missile can help us out again? You'll be able to tell us if Mr. Nightbody was here and which way it went.
Good idea. I'll call Detective Gumshoe. Missile! Missile! And he runs like Lassie.
Gumshoe speaking.
Detective, I need your assistance. Come to the prison yard and bring Missile with you.
You bet, sir. Gumshoe's 7 secret weapons to the rescue again, huh?
I'm fairly sure Missile belongs to the precinct. I'd also like you to bring one of our witnesses. Call the Buried Bug Circus and ask Miss Regina Berry to come down here with you.
Yes, sir. I'll be there before you know it.
Suddenly the door bust open.
Oh yeah, he comes in. He comes as quickly as Steve Urkel does.
Actually, I was kind of hoping that that when his icon went away in the corner, he was right behind the icon.
Yeah, like I said, as fast as Steve
Zerk.
Urkel on Family Matters.
You there, Zerk?
Oh.
Oh, Zircon's back in Zircon form.
So, what shall we do while we're waiting for Gummy? How about a quick game of hide and go seek?
Fun idea, kiddo. But where exactly would we be hiding?
He's not seriously consider it. I prefer dodgeball. Your game can wait, Kate. We need to call on one of your more practical skills. I think you know the one.
Oh, you bet I do. One crime scene recreation coming right up.
About damn time.
Say what now?
Let me show you. Introducing a great thief's great secret weapon, Little Thief.
Ooh, I think that was a lag on my end. Ooh, yeah, that was a chunky lag.
Trying to break from spin here. This is some next level, little sis. Don't take me for the deets. What are you doing now?
Everything we need for the situation, or for the simulation.
Allow me to explain. This is Mr. Thief. It is not a Texas Instruments calculator. It's a device that can recreate crime scenes at specific moments in time based on the data you feed it.
It's off with the recreation of what the yard looked like yesterday.
Good idea. That was when they were in the middle of tearing down the stage. We didn't pay attention to it all then. Who knows? We have overlooked something.
Leave it to me. I'll use the photo I took. That's all the
And then
data.
suddenly we boot up Captain Commando.
Just gotta pump the projection power to max, and dark skies of evening, with no other bird dares to take wing. One alone remains unseen. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood.
K. The ultimate Yatagarasu thief student.
What is this?
No, we're going into the Somnium.
Model of the data I gave Little Thief. The schedule was a tool used by the original Yatagarasu. But they used it to plan robberies.
Well, there's no harm in using it for something on the right side of the law now.
Oh, but keep in mind that it can only recreate what you tell it to.
Yeah.
It can't simulate things that it doesn't have data for, and if it has data itself, and if the data itself contains mistakes,
Then it's hacks.
then you wind up with those same mistakes in the recreation too.
This particular recreation is based on K's photo, so we shouldn't run into any problems. That's enough preamble. Shall we get started? Begin investigation.
Don't forget, you can examine stuff in the recreation just like in real life. You can also present evidence to try and clear up any inconsistencies you find.
Cool. Thank you for the reminder. Now let's take a look at that well.
I like this music right there.
Likewise, it's better than the first game.
We should examine this area carefully. It may just hold the clue we need.
Well, the first one is just a reused, so.
Oh yeah. Like I mentioned, Kate or Zircon, I'm not kidding. Like Kate easily would have been a Danganronpa student. What was behind the stage? Yeah, with her, and she would help the main MC all the time with the little thief. Oh, let's go.
There are many people who could have thrown nice body down during the show.
This is looking worse and worse for Mr. Singh. The rope.
30-pound weight.
It's a metal weight of some kind. It looks like it weighs... The projection makes it a little tricky to read. Do you remember how heavy it was, Kay?
There it was. It was 30 pounds.
A single 30-pound weight was found by the well.
Edgeworth, I think you need your glasses again.
What does anyone need such heavy weight for anyway?
It's actually kind of light.
It doesn't seem related to the circus show at any rate. The rope. There's a sturdy-looking hemp rope lying on the ground.
Reminds me of the rope we used for playing tug-of-war and skiing.
Oh, that was always fun. Your answer is no, Kay.
What? I didn't even say anything yet.
I see it also has a metal stake attached to the end.
Oh, yeah, looks like something you used to put up a tent.
There was no tent, was there? In which case, what was it used for?
I know, it was used to cosplay as Castlevania.
Yeah.
What are a bunch of pulleys doing here? They don't seem to be well pulleys for lifting buckets.
What do you think of all that stuff around the well? What was it used for?
Pulleys are open and wait, what were they being used for? And there was no bucket either, so I didn't find any silver gauntlets in it.
Yeah.
If the animals needing them for their part of the performance. I can actually think of one.
Nothing immediately strikes me as a likely purpose. We'll have to ask Miss Berry later.
Any bongos down there?
Nope. Nope, and there's no monster down there that demands farthlings.
Oh wait,
beyond Shadowgate, that I should remember. Items around the well and a 30-pound weight.
No.
Too late.
I can't use these two things together.
I was gonna say, can we examine the well and pan up?
That might be an opportunity. Maybe. I don't believe I can find anything more here. It looks like this was designed for raising and lowering a bucket. No sign of the bucket, though.
Okay. So we do not have the deductive point to go further here.
Oh, what are the chairs? None of the chairs does.
Oh man, and in comes the metal chair!
These chairs must have been for the audience.
Oh, I pity whoever had to put them all away.
Ah, pitiful. Really? Why?
Oh, you've clearly not had to fold up a bunch of boring chairs before, huh?
I have.
I have.
Not personally. I've told other people to do it, though, because I've had to set up and put them down during youth church events when I was a janitor at a church on Wednesday nights where they did the youth meets.
I had to do it for a lot of things, and it sucked every time.
Yep.
And I've come across a couple that were bent, too.
Vast, did you ever have to do that crap for school or anything?
I think... I don't vaguely remember.
Yeah, putting your chairs on your desk or away. Yeah.
It may be a possibility, but... but no, I don't remember.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You gotta roll up your sleeves up and help out once in a while.
I'll consider it.
We would, during my time in school, we would do it, but only at the end of the day.
Yes, yeah, same when I was in private school. A wicker basket, or rather, a cart given the wheels.
Hey, wouldn't it be fun to hop in it and race it down the hill?
Yes, it
I
would.
just said that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what else would be fun? Racing down a hill in office chairs.
Oh my god, that was a
I love your
PS3
thinking,
game.
Kay.
Where did any of that come from?
Just saying, there was a PS3 game that was just that, you rolling down the hill on an office chair.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like one of the classic BSN games.
It's fun. Go ahead.
Now I'm reminded of Dad's stories when he was young, and they actually did make like makeshift carts to go down, and I do mean makeshift.
It does remind me of, well, Pain by San Diego Studio.
No. This pond is home to Warden Lagarde's beloved alligator. Yep, Allie.
And look, those bones must be from her latest meal.
Somewhat doubt an alligator could pick a carcass clean like that.
You think? I get the feeling she was rather ladylike in her own way, actually.
Scan to gut the fish.
If you say so.
Kung Fu Rider. It's in
Yep,
2010.
Kung Fu Rider.
The year Mathematic 2 was released.
Oh.
Well, I do. I kind of have a sixth sense for these things.
The time when BioWare was at its peak before its eventual downfall.
Yep. Though not one I'm looking forward to. You try the elephant.
Oh no. It was requiring the PlayStation Move.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Just like PlayStation Heroes on the Move.
Yeah. They wanted to catch in on the motion controls, but
Which kinda sucked because-
5 years too late on that.
No, just like it kind of sucked because other than it would have served as a nice little crossover with Sly, Ratchet, and Jack. They just missed the boat because like there really was a lot of things they could have done with that with the PlayStation Heroes.
Mm-hmm. And instead they made it into a very poor man's Mario Party.
Yeah. Fender.
Let's go. Yeah. What was the name of your trunk happy friend again? And I've said my line like twice now.
Oh, Asia. Yeah. Star of the
Hey,
show
you're
alongside
the Asian
Regent.
elephant.
Regent, the Tiger, and the Saint.
Oh, of course, how could I forget? Also, they literally failed.
Yes.
We actually stopped the practice of putting the chair on top of the desk because a kid got furious at someone and threw it at him.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Yeah, no, we always put them on top on our desks, and we never had an issue like that. Not exactly inspired though, is it? Was Miss Berry having an off day when she came up with it?
By the way, gentlemen,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you later, but
Oh my gosh, Mr. Edgeworth, not in front of the poor elephant herself.
I suspect that's all about there is to find for now. Detective Gumshoe should be here soon too. Okay, you can power down Mr. Thief now. It's not Little Thief anymore.
Sure thing. Prepare to return to normality.
Stay normal. That is an actual game, normality. Oh no, it was a good adventure game by Interplay. Investigation complete.
Complete.
But I don't want to stay normal. Stay normal's for weebs.
Yep, sorry, sir. I came as quick as I could.
Do you have the missile launcher?
Speak of the devil.
Detective, that was indeed impressively quick.
You know me, sir. Never did like to keep you waiting.
Just did.
Thanks for coming all the way this way, too, Regina.
No problem. This is way more fun than rehearsal, so I ditched them for the day.
It's very much appreciated.
No problem.
Alright, Detective, let's get started with missile.
Right. Where do you like to aim for this? Over here, boy. Come here.
Oh shoot. Give me a moment, gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
I gotta check.
Oh shit!
Oh, what's the matter? Come on, boy. Come on.
What's wrong with him?
Looks like he's scared of something, sir.
The gator.
It's the alligator! The gator!
Guess he's not a fan, sir. So who can blame him?
Well, I doubt he'll be of much help to us like this.
Any other bright ideas, Melizarino?
Miles Arena.
Melizarino? I don't know.
Yes, actually, Miss Berry, would you mind lending us a hand? Control the gator!
I'd love to. Just tell me what you need. Do you want me to teach Allie some tricks?
I don't doubt she could do it, but this isn't Gatorland.
Can you
Nothing
teach
quite
him
like
to
that.
water ski?
I'd simply like an account of what the yard looked like during the show.
How's it going? You're thinking of using Little Thief again, am I right?
Mr. Thief, if you'd be so kind. He grew up.
Okay, I'm plugging in all the data, firing up the simulation.
Oh, looks like Missile's just fine, see?
Here you go. This is what the yard was like during the show.
Time at which the body was purported to have been thrown down the well.
Oh wow, this is amazing! It's like magic!
Like Max Galactica.
No magic here, just sweet, sweet data. Which is why,
The area behind the stage is missing.
Hey, did you forget to tell Mega Man to jack in to fix that?
Yeah, Regina said she wasn't involved in getting the stage set up.
No, only Saint was.
So we don't have any data on what it was like back there.
No data, no solution, huh? Brutal. I'm so sorry, guys. It's all because I let Simeon do everything by himself. Oh, no. It's all my friendly associate's fault.
Objection, Fender.
It's clearly Ruffles.
Anyway, we've got a fresh simulation now, but we still have other data too. I can switch back whenever you want to the recreation of them taking down the stage.
So we can examine the scene both during and after the show. And switch between the two at will. I can switch between recreations by using T key to talk with K.
Question,
let's
is it gonna
continue
kill us if we switch?
Our investigation,
Nah.
shall we? We're not jacked into the Matrix, though.
No, I meant more like in some games you have like, oh yeah, I'm switching from universe to universe, and suddenly, oh shit, I forgot there's a wall there.
Oh, no, you're part of the wall. Prison
Oh,
yard.
you're split in half.
No, you're just inside of it forever.
Now
Oh,
it reminds me
there we go.
of Wolfenstein.
The basket was empty in the other recreation.
Oh yeah, it was definitely empty in the photo I took too.
Sorry, I made a mistake when I was filing you in earlier.
Oh?
The basket's for holding Asia's food.
Asia's food.
On the morning of the show, all the apples that were in it vanished. Oof. I totally forgot to mention it. Sorry.
Disappearing apples. I should make a note of this. Food for Asia that was in the cart until the day before the show, but was gone by the next morning.
Let's see here. Pen.
It's the pen that held Asia, the Asian elephant. Nope, the S lady herself is on stage.
I wonder how they got her in the stage in the first place.
Apples. What do you mean?
Well, the entrance to the yard is people-sized. And there's like a gazillion megawatts pumping through the fence. Kinda risky, no?
Not if one turned off the electricity.
Yeah, but then all the prisoners would escape.
Escape.
Through an entrance blocked by an elephant? I think not.
This is a real puzzler, alright. I need to give it some more thought.
Seems to be enjoying the challenge. I'll leave her to it.
Let's see here. Do we need to examine the fence?
I'll examine the stage itself.
Yeah, the only things in yellow can be. Well, you do it. This one is home to a blah 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 alligator. Bones and latest
And look, the
meal.
bones must be from her
We already,
latest meal.
someone
Yeah, we've already read this part.
Yeah, we've read
Made
this.
out of cartilaginous instead. If you say so. Interesting talent, though not one I'm particularly envious of.
Hey! I wish I could have seen it! Wish I could have seen Simeon out there on that stage, too!
That was not intentional.
But it was very fun all the same.
The wave flew off the stage and smashed into the wall.
Ah, yes, that scene.
The picture is depicted in a very unique manner. And by the villain, it's that flying for the stage. I've been ejected for the stage is better. The villain no longer appears in the full form.
And you're saying the crime took place during that time? Roughly how long would you say Mr. Saint was off stage for, Miss Berry?
Let's see. I guess it was around 15 minutes.
Just as Judge Gambit said.
Isn't it pretty health and safety wise? Having an elephant fling a guy off the stage?
Not at all. Esther was very gentle.
I'm not sure it changes much if she flings him gently or roughly.
I'm sorry, things. Too gentle, in fact. When we first rehearsed it, she barely nudged him. But by the end, he was flying up that stage, not because of AZ, but Simeon figured out some kind of trick, apparently. Isn't that amazing?
Ah, here it is.
Trick. Do you have any idea what kind of trick?
Who? Me? No. It was Simeon's big thing. I wouldn't know where to start.
A trick of some kind enabled Asia to fling him.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The 30-pound weight.
Hiding around the well, yeah.
Yeah.
Dun.
Trick Mr. Saint performed for his big scene could have been something to do with all the items he found by the well. Hey, I'd like to have another look at the equipment around the well from yesterday. Can you have Mr. Thief bring up the recreation from when they were tearing down the stage?
You got it.
Taking another look at these items. Could they not have been used for this trick of Mr. Saint's?
Sounds possible enough. Hey, I can maybe add it to the simulation.
Good idea. Please go and ask Mr. Saint for the details.
Roger that, I'll be right back. 5 minutes later.
They're not back. 10 minutes later.
She ran into Monokuma.
I'm back, and he told me exactly how he did it.
Excellent.
Very
Well,
nice
how does
of
it
the
work?
two-tone bear.
He said he used the pulley at the top of the well to suspend a heavy weight from a rope.
Alright.
And lower that down into the well. The other end of the rope that went through 2 more pulleys.
Yep.
And it was tied around his body.
I see, so he's used the downward pull of the weight to help him launch himself into the air. But how did he make sure the weight only dropped when he wanted it to? A very domino rally.
He used a stake to stop it, that's how.
Miss Murray didn't seem to know anything about the trick, or the contraption he built for it. In which case, I suppose it must have been Mr. Saint himself who pulled out the stake.
That's right. And to do that, he used a second length of rope. He tied it to the stake, and then when he gave it a sharp tug,
Yoink!
Rube Goldberg killed a person.
the stake
Stake was released, and the weight dropped down the well.
Look at that trick! I have to steal it. This one has to go in the Great Thieves repertoire.
Yeah, you're gonna have to ask Pomni about that. It may not quite be that easy. These kinds of circus tricks can require years of practice to master.
Better get Lupin the Third to help you.
Simply stealing, yes. The idea won't be enough.
Alright, practice it is then.
Well, before you run away to do so, would you mind updating the simulation?
Oh, right, then we can see how it all worked for ourselves. Okay, I'm switching back to the recreation of the performance.
Yeah.
And now to add in the data. The Little Thief should be able to reproduce the projected go.
Program advance. Cactus dance.
Ah, there you go. So this is how Mr. Saint performed his trick. Mr. Saint's trick. A contraption that used a very heavy weight, 3 pulleys, and 2 lengths of rope to send Saint flying during the show.
Oh, man.
Seems full of surprises, huh? I mean, driving a weight down a well to help him fly off the stage like that? That's genius! And painful.
Indeed. But I imagine he would have needed quite a lot of weight, more than him, at the very least. It would have taken some serious pull to lift him in the air like that, pulling force.
Something heavier than Saint himself would have needed for that trick to work.
Oh, I know how that works.
Probably a ton of practice.
Either that or he's the lightest motherfucker ever.
You actually don't need all those weight to get thrown around.
Yeah,
I know,
actually.
but the fact that a 30-pound weight is enough to set him flying, even with the pulley system, says a lot.
Wait, fuck. Wait, doesn't this seem odd to you?
No.
You haven't noticed, Detective? Think! There's something strange about the weight we found.
Oh, there was only the one?
Oh, there's only one.
Problem is the number of weights. That is to say, the one weight on its own wouldn't be heavy enough. More weight would have been needed to lift Saint in the air. A single 30-pound weight couldn't have lifted Mr. Saint off the ground.
Oh yeah!
In which case, could there perhaps be some weights missing?
Sounds like a job for my 7 secret weapons, sir.
Should the need to use them arise, I suppose I should speak with him then.
Yeah, we're gonna have
What, Missile will find the weight for you?
Gentlemen, I'm sorry to do this to you, but
Don't say a word, sir. Oh, sorry.
Sarkon?
Yeah, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I am not 100% like...
No, you get some rest. Dasher, me, and we'll fill in for you, don't worry.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Take care.
Alright,
Say.
nighty night, Sarkon.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't say a word, sir. I know just what you're looking for. It's written all over your face.
Sarkon needs more ravioli. It is.
Missile may be temporarily out of action, but my fishing rod is good to go whenever you need it. Oh, and if you want to give the metal detector a shot, I have that too.
One of Detective Gumshoe's implausible weapons. I've never seen him so excited.
I work very hard to modify these.
To let you know if I need either of them, Detective.
Okay.
Metal detector, insufficient weight. Detective, I have need of one of your secret weapons.
Roger that!
The metal detector, if you would be so kind.
None of our turns is in.
Jeez. I'm never gonna get to use my fishing rod.
Nope.
Another... So, before we get started, let me run you through how the metal detector works, sir. It's basic enough. You use the sound, and this gauge, which I somehow managed to put onto the screen, to tell you how close you are to something made of metal. The closer you get, the more strongly it will react. And when it starts going wild like this, that's when the wave lights go off. Just give me another order to examine the spot where it's saying, hey, what do we got here? Oh, it's the fence.
Yes.
Anyway, that's how it all works. You tell me where you need me to look, and I'll go right on it.
You need to find Hacker. Can this metal detector find Hacker or not?
I mean, you're gonna have to narrow that down because there's been a few hackers.
Well, the one from Centaurians.
Oh yes, it could 100% find him. Even in the air.
Get a missile! Combined with another.
That's the first time we ever played as Gumshoe.
I'm getting there.
Be the last, but we'll
You're getting
be the
hot.
only time.
You're getting hotter. Colder. You're colder. You're getting hotter. You're burning up.
I found something. There's something here, sir.
I played that hot and cold game before, Vaz. I don't see anything metallic. What did the detective pick up?
Guess it must have picked up some iron sand.
Iron sand is in sand you can pick up with a magnet?
That's the stuff. You can find it at the beach sometimes. I got just a thing right here, introducing secret weapon number 6 or 7. I've lost count.
Are you making this up as you go along?
Yes! A seemingly ordinary magnet I found at the hardware store. Watch this. I just bring it close to the ground and ta-da! Picking out a ton of iron.
All right, Mr. Wizard, what is next?
Woo! Come on, little guys. Come, Papa. I can
Must be
forge
nice
you later.
to be so easily entertained. Regardless, the investigation must continue. All right.
All right, back to the grind.
You're cold. Not missile. Oops. Okay.
Shooting some b-ball out after school.
Going off the charts.
I got something. There's something here, sir. Whoa! There's a gold coin, sir. What a find! I'll go down in history.
I don't imagine a gold coin would stay hidden long in a yard. Oh, you would have guessed it was holding this whole time. That's one of the coins from the big coin hunt we found every 2 weeks.
Hey, that sounds kind of interesting. Must be fun for the whole family.
Sure is. Prisoners have to hunt for the coins that weren't buried around the yard. If they find one gold coin, they can swap it for a jelly donut. Jelly filled, my favorite.
Hey, can I still redeem it?
First the show, now a treasure hunt. No onigiri for you. Is this a prison or a playground?
Alright, let's get back to the grind.
Allie.
Huh, interesting. Sir, I'm picking up something over here.
The last we see of Gumshoe in Allie's mouth.
Let's take a look. Little looky, huh? I found these little guys in the grass.
They're the same as the weight we found by the well. They must be from Mr. Saint's trick. Did someone hide these here on purpose?
I count 4, all in total, sir. Which means that it was 150 weight.
Dasher, Cedric.
They'll be more than heavy enough to send him flying.
So somebody hid several of the same weights as the one by the well. But why? And why over here?
Yes, nice work, me. Here!
Alligator! Wait, have we been this far?
That thing nearly gave me a heart attack.
Watch out, it's worth an
Don't make me
alligator!
pull out Hello?
What's the matter, detective?
It's the metal detector, sir. It's reacting to the alligator.
What? How?
You sure it's not responding to the weights we just found?
No, sir. I'm sure this is something different. But I'm certain it's coming from the alligator.
Oh
Perhaps
boy,
its mouth.
it's just like it's just like the alligator from Crocodile Hunter movie, and she's gone.
She's gone.
Huh. I want to say that in the original you actually could see her.
The big snapper good.
I don't think that's it, Kay.
Don't correct me. Huh? Then what is it?
Allie hasn't been herself lately.
That's the name, Allie, the warden's favorite pet.
She wouldn't even look at the food Warden Lagarde brought her yesterday. She was acting as if, I don't know, as if maybe she'd eaten something that didn't agree with her.
Oh god.
Maybe the metal detector was responding to whatever she ate, sir. Foreshadowing.
What if she ate one of the weights?
I highly doubt that even an alligator could swallow a 30-pound lump of iron.
Don't be surprised.
So what did the metal detector actually pick up? No, this ain't a Louisiana gator. Why would someone hide those weights? Perhaps I missed something when I looked at the equipment by the well. Kay, could you recreate the scene again?
Coming right up. Riley, I have voice lines.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, you'll always be our Cedric. Oh! I thought we were controlling Kay for a moment.
That would be cool.
Would have been nice.
Oh, no, by the well. Oh, the steak! The steak's missing.
What?
stage.
No, it's just because, like, I think Allie may have eaten the steak.
Well, I want to say that we need to examine the stage.
Maybe. Yes, this is where the circus show stage stood.
Do you think we will be interested in a great thieving show?
I'm sure the place. Oh yeah, this is yeah. I'm sure. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Disappearing apples and Asia the elephant.
That's in there.
No, not the chairs. Missile, you're onto something. I know.
We probably has to get people.
Yeah, Asia and missing apple.
I mean,
Here's a dog.
The apples in the basket were likely eaten by Asia.
Right.
Really? That's strange. I made sure to put the basket or the cart where her trunk couldn't reach them.
Circus
Are you
elephant.
sure about that?
Oh, yes, it was still full of apple the night before the show.
Then we must consider the possibility that the cart was moved to somewhere within Asia's reach. A large basket full of apples couldn't have been moved by the wind. It's like it means somebody moved it for a reason. Basket of apples.
Who moved it?
Now, before the show had even started, the cart had been moved and its apples eaten.
oh man, an
Yes.
apple pie would be nice right about now.
That seems to be the most probable timeline. Let's update the recreation, Kay. Well, I had some video talk on this.
I had
They
that
were
for the
great.
simulation of the performance then.
Oh, nice.
Let me just change back to the recreation first. Then we're good. Updating based on what Regina told us now. But why must you do this?
Ba-da-da-da.
There, all done.
Hey, Kay, let's go right down a hill in this.
Little wonder,
Really?
smelled
Cool.
apples. It was being used for the elephant.
The whole Asia's apples, right?
Strikio.
Yep, it was full of them the day before the show.
So they vanished
Okay.
overnight?
Oh, did you figure out something out, Mr. Edward?
Quite possibly, Cedric.
Oh,
And Prince Edgeworth
Oh,
continues to
wait.
look around. Oh, there you go. This door appears to be locked.
Want me to open it? Can't guarantee anything around.
No,
Okay.
deemed necessary, we will simply ask for the key.
Well, Spark, that'll be my chance to shine.
You're free to shine. Shine! Somewhere else.
Do you want to borrow my fishing hook?
No.
Let me bring sunshine to brighten up your day.
Oh, there. That's it. Mr. Saint used the well to construct a contraption that would send him flying from the stage. It made clever use of two ropes. Two ropes. But in the teardown recreation, wasn't there only... I should try switching to the other simulation and double check. Alright, so talk to Kay to switch.
Switch to 4D.
Was it T? I think it was T button, right?
It was T.
Where's Mr. Edgeworth?
Switch recreations.
Alright, you want me to change the recreation to yesterday's stage teardown?
Yes, please.
Here you go. This is how the thing looked when they were taking down stage.
Oh, wait a minute. Do we have to go back to it? Okay. Let's
no.
scour the scene. Yep, there we go. We know that. Bunch of pulleys. Yep. It's gotta be the stake. So, this rope was used in Mr. Saint's trick during the show.
That's one heck of a setup to pull with a single wig of rope. Someone's more capable than Jimmy's more capable than he looks.
Just one piece of rope. Seems we have a contradiction on our hands. Oh, the deuce. Yeah, the rope.
Yeah.
This be related to the evidence somehow? Yeah, the rope.
Eureka!
That piece of evidence reveals a contradiction.
I think
Okay.
I think we were supposed to combine that with the Simeon's trick.
Well, yeah. I'm not imagining if I'm missing something here. Okay, so the news Simeon's trick.
Eureka!
Think about it, the two recreations, the one during the performance, the one we're looking at right now. There's a major difference between the two. Namely, that one of the ropes is missing.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Saint's trick wouldn't work with only the items we see before us.
Well, so what happened?
Where did the missing rope go? I think one of the pieces of evidence we collected might tell us exactly that.
Really?
It shows us where the missing rope went.
Right
The rope.
here.
Alligator ate it.
Yeah, Knight's body. No, it's the rope. Yep.
Take that!
This rope was found beside Knight's body.
Wait, you mean...
Yes, it must have been the other rope used in Mr. Saint's trick.
Interesting.
So you're saying...
Yes, that this rope did indeed have a weight attached to it. But it wasn't any of the iron weights we found. Those were hidden in the bushes and replaced with something else, and Sturkio sneezed.
Gesundheit.
What was it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, I'm dying here!
Think about what the rope we found in the workshop was related to. Do that, and you'll soon figure out the answer. The weight dropped down the well in place of the iron weights was...
Knight's body.
Knight's body.
Take that!
It can only have been Knight's body that was dropped down the well.
What? Mr. Knight's body was the weight?
Yes, somebody first swapped out the weights used for Mr. Saint's trick. Then Mr. Saint used the contraction to make his exit from the stage. When he left the rope around his body loose. Ow. Both the rope and Knight's body fell to the bottom of the well. Bones already been broken and shattered at that point. That rope was never used to restrain Knight. It was used to spin his body halfway down the well. From this, we can easily see why most of the weights were hidden.
So that no one would realize they've been replaced with the body.
Precisely. We can then further deduce that they were hidden by the killer.
Whoa there, gang. Wasn't old Bronco stabbed in the neck? Wouldn't there be blood everywhere, including down the well?
That if there was a tarp.
Oh, the killer thought of that, which is why they used this. What did the killer use to stop Knight's blood from going everywhere? The tarp.
The tarp.
Take that!
This tarp was found with the body. I think it's likely that Knight's corpse was wrapped in it.
Ooh, another pieces of puzzle fall into place. It's all coming together now. Love it.
But all we're doing is proving that the body did go down the well. Which means we're helping to prove that Simeon was the killer.
No, not quite.
But what about the Judge Gavel said yesterday?
But if Mr. Saint truly is the killer, why would he need to go to such lengths to commit his crime?
That's true.
Knight's body fell down the well when Mr. Saint used his contraption during the show. Therefore, it reveals nothing about where the real killer actually was, or what they were doing at the time. It's only designed to throw suspicion onto those who were not at the show.
Yeah, I guess we did spook Mr. Fennis right away.
That was the killer's goal, to make us think that the crime took place during the show. In other words, they used the well contraption to construct an alibi. Miss Berry, when exactly did Mr. Saint put his contraption together?
It would have been the day before the show. The night before, actually. Guess we started getting ready for the show at around 9 p.m. And I think we finished at around midnight?
In which case, the killer must have switched the weights out for the body after that point. The body was left dangling inside the well the night before the incident. Mr. Saint's trick, used during the show to send Saint flying. The weights were replaced with the victim's body by someone. Did Canis know about this contraption?
Unlikely.
Even if he did, he would have been able to do much with it. And I highly doubt that he taught his dog to spin bodies halfway down wells. Which means Canis isn't the killer. Red herring.
I love fish.
Buddy, wait, basket of apples. The basket was moved the night before the circus performance. And we've deduced that the weights were switched out for the body at around the same time.
Hard to chalk that up to coincidence, huh?
And the next question we should be asking is, why was the cart moved?
Very good idea.
I think I can hazard a guess. The cart would have been blocking the door, which can only mean...
But somebody needs to open it.
And hey, this lines up with
Now
what
let's
we learned
see
of the
what-
time scab.
Let's see what's... Oh, great. It's locked.
Well,
Let me ask the guard for help. Hey, Mr. Guard!
Gumshoe walks up in a guard's uniform.
Yes, miss, what can I do for you? That was fast. Guard, where's the key for this door? Oh, the warden keeps hold of that. I'll go ask her for it.
Ah, an interesting bit of tidbit there.
Warden Lagarde is the only one with a key. If somebody did open the door, they'd have had to get it from her somehow.
interesting.
Thanks for help. Thanks for the help.
High voltage.
And then we suddenly do the Resident Evil 3 power puzzle.
They must be
no.
busy for the whole prison. Or the one that Geek had to do in Fear Effect.
Both are apt.
So we're thinking somebody got in here the night before the show, right? But why? What was they trying to do?
Well, I doubt they came here by mistake thinking it was a break room. They must have come to tamper with the switches.
Did they turn off the power or something?
Come to think of it, wasn't there something that lost power?
The cameras.
What might have lost power had a breaker been flipped? The security camera footage.
Take that!
Or
Yeah.
there was a 3-hour gap in the security camera footage.
Oh yeah, there was. So somebody flipped the breaker it was connected to?
It seems very likely.
Do you think it was the killer?
It's true that shutting off the cameras would have made things easier for them.
It would.
Which means... the killer would have had to be someone who had access to the breakers. It seems only one person has the key. Couldn't be. Could it? Breakers, located in the power room just off the prison yard, where they tampered with the night before the body was found.
Alright, little thief. Your work here is done.
That's Mr. Thief.
It's little thief.
Well, Edgeworth keeps saying Mr. Thief.
I patented it.
Game
Fine.
over. User wins.
Missile, you need to do better.
Whoa! First on the scene, the early bird wins the worm.
Good morning, Mr. Wiener.
Ah, you! How'd you get here before me?
Main
Good
character,
morning,
bitch.
Mr. Edgeworth. I see you made an early start.
I see you've made a late one, Judge Gambit.
This is not my only case. I am a very busy woman. Not about to join the freedom of a prosecutor relieved of his only current responsibility. Oh, I do apologize. I meant, of course, an associate attorney.
Associate. More like asinine.
We'll see about that, Wiener.
Eustace, let's begin the investigation of the courtyard.
Okay, I'll get some more. I'll go get some officers to help.
Hold it!
Man,
That won't be necessary.
why not?
We've already finished investigating the yard and won quite the prize in the process.
You're the one, but I'm supposed to be the winner.
Your Honor. I'd like to revisit your theory from yesterday, in order to thoroughly disprove it.
Okay, I guess I'll just sit this one
I
out.
would caution you to use your words carefully, Mr. Edgeworth. As I am sure you remember, your badge is my hands.
How could I forget? You've told me several dozen times already. Perhaps you'd care to try a different threat.
You have been warned. repeatedly, yes? And each time, my words seem to have fallen on deaf ears. I want to make this crystal clear. The committee cannot and will not tolerate insubordination.
Objection!
The fate of my badge and the whims of the committee are of no concern to me now. The only thing that concerns me is proving Simius Saint's innocence.
Interesting, and spoken like a true defense attorney. In that case, I shall be equally uncompromising. And name the goddess of justice. I will strike your case without mercy. When I'm done, your career as a prosecutor will be over as well. I hope you do not come to regret this. My theory remains the same when I was related to you yesterday. Mr. Carcerado did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through that tunnel. And since the body could only been dropped down the well during the show, well known the only one who could drop the body down during the show is Mr. Saint.
That's still your assertion? And you can prove it, of course.
Of course she can. Who do you think you're up against?
What you meant to say is that we received the final Officer Speed report just ahead of our arrival.
Lily's a very busy woman. Busy looking after baby Wiener.
The victim appears to have died the night before the body was discovered. In other words, the night before the show, the cause of death is not stated. It seems the wound is 4 inches deep.
Autopsy report. Estimated time of death is between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. on the 27th. Instant death from a stab wound to the neck. Lots of birds, too.
Hitchcock was right!
Simius was offstage for the period of 15 minutes. That was plenty of time for him to throw the victim's body down the well.
Judge Gavel hasn't investigated the yard yet, which means... I fear there may be something of a flaw with your theory, Your Honor.
You seem very confident of that. But you do have any evidence, you seem very confident of that, but do you have any evidence to prove it?
Yes, I think I just might.
Okay, this is gonna be hard without Circon.
Alright, hold on. Okay. Theory may say, yep. Carcerado did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel, yep. The body could only been dropped down the well during the show,
Also, Rugal, the pairing.
We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down there, Press.
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Could nobody else have done it?
Hey, I eat those all the time, Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look what they're in a reply to.
Yeah, no,
Baby wieners.
Yeah, I know, Beanie Weenie, okay? And it said that Miss Berry was on stage for the entire performance. Most of the prisoners were watching the show.
Oh, the Nathan's little Franks are the best.
And it would have no plausible alibis.
What about the guards?
They too were watching the show, as was the warden.
How can you be so sure? A guard could have easily approached the well unnoticed.
None of the guards left their posts during the show. I've checked this for myself, you know. Quick saving for each and every one of them.
No, she's thorough. I'll give her that.
Are you finally ready to accept the truth that the guild could only have been Simius Saint?
Judge Cavell hasn't carried out a full investigation of the yard yet.
Which means we got the evidence for a change.
I should review the evidence we gathered during our investigation of the yard. Press her on the third statement.
Hold it!
Press her on it, yeah. Could you talk us through your reasoning on that a little more?
The day before the performance, Mr. Knight borrowed the keys from Mr. Carcerado.
More specifically, the key to his cell.
Mr. Knight then used the key to leave his cell and enter Mr. Saint's cage. Mr. Saint took Mr. Knight to the yard in that cage, and that's where he killed him. The following day, Mr. Carcerado crawled his way through the tunnel, but there was no body there yet.
Dasher.
Wait a second, that doesn't add up. This Carcerado smelled the sweet smell, so Mr. Knight must have been in the tunnel already.
No, his body did not pass through the tunnel until Sunday after Mr. Carcerado had crawled through it. Mr. Carcerado used the tunnel right around the time the show was started. That body was discovered just after the performance ended.
From which you deduce that the body could only have been thrown down the well during the show.
Yes, and who the culprit must be.
Mr. Carcerado did not. My theory remains that, yeah, we know that's true. Yeah. We know that's true. The body could only have been dropped down the well during the show. I would save, and then on the third statement, maybe we could present the trick.
Okay.
The trick.
Objection!
Would you care to revise your testimony at all, Judge Gambit? Nope. Huh. So...
All good time.
We gotta... Because it's either third or fourth one, I'm thinking. And then say Mr. Saint's trick.
Objection!
It is the fourth
Oh,
one.
okay, yeah.
There we go.
Sorry, Your Honor, but there's something else you're going to have to take into account. The well in the yard was rigged up to create a certain unique contraption.
A contraption. Go on.
You will recall that Mr. Saint was sent flying from the stage by the elephant.
I do. Just before he was to be absent for some time.
He was only able to fly through the air thanks to a weighted rope he tied around himself. Dropping the weighted end down the well allowed him to complete the trick.
Objection!
Wait! Wouldn't that send him flying as soon as he set foot on the stage?
Hold it!
It's simple, really. He kept the weight from falling by using a stake to keep the rope in place. With a second rope, he was able to pull the stake free, thereby controlling when the weight was dropped. We have found evidence to suggest that the original weight was replaced with Knight's body. This was done by the real killer in order to create an alibi. The estimated time of death tells us that the murder took place early in the morning. The killer could have tampered with the contraption in the time between the murder and the show.
Objection!
You're saying Mr. Saint himself set this contraption up, right? Oh then, who do you think is the number one most likely person to have used it to dispose of the body, hmm? Even you must see how this works.
Objection!
If Mr. Saint was a killer, he could have simply done as Judge Gambit theorized, without these extra steps. Miss Berry,
Yes?
does anyone else know how Mr. Saint's trick works?
Let's see. We have to get the present approval on what we were going to perform. Madam Tin would be the only one who knows.
And there you have it.
Interesting. You have certainly been diligent in your investigation. And yet, you fail to comprehend your actions still. Why do you not work to do what is right?
Is what I'm doing wrong? If so, who is it that deems it so?
How could you not grasp even that? How do you not see that you are doing wrong at this very moment? You are a prosecutor, and yet you aid the defense. This flies in the face of common sense. You're breaking every rule in the book.
And loving every minute of it.
I think only of what is right and just, and act as I see fit in each situation I'm confronted with. This is the path I have chosen, and whether you can comprehend that choice is immaterial. But if you mean to stand in my way, I will fight back with all I can to bring to bear.
Perhaps the god of justice is testing you. Very well. If it is her that we must fight, then I shall end this once and for all. Listen, Mr. Edgeworth, but there is another reason why only Mr. Saint could be the killer.
Why is Saint the suspect?
If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, then Mr. Knight might have been first brought here from the yard from his cell. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Mr. Saint. And thus, he remains the only possible suspect.
What?
Mr. Saint took a cage put into Mr. Knight's cell. But why would he do that? Why take such an unwieldy object all the way to the holding cells?
Yeah, it is pretty sad.
Oh, God!
It's pretty
Oh,
stuff.
Sircon. Oh, man, Sircon.
Yeah.
Missed this one.
No, let's picture that.
Wow! Yeah,
Clip it.
yeah,
Pretty sus.
yeah.
Dude, he's gonna laugh.
This is the curse of localization in the post 2020s.
Amogos.
Which I don't understand because like it's been used since the 1920s.
Well,
Suspected.
yeah, cause that's the curse of post 2020s localization.
That's Zoomer talk for you right there.
Well,
No,
yeah,
But the word sus dates back to the 1920s.
I know, but remember, Zoomers always regurgitate what they think is old to try to make it new.
At the very least, it works in this situation
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
compared
yeah.
to many others that have tried to use it.
well, yeah. Considering that this game was well, yeah, considering that it was made in 2011 and this localization came out in 2024. Of course, they would
that's
use
true.
sus.
Well, I'm glad you got that clip.
All
Cass.
met Mr. Saint. That's exactly the. Oh, wait, sorry.
But we've all met Mr. Saint. That's exactly the kind of thing he would do. It's entirely possible that he took the cage with him out of the absent-mindedness and nothing else.
So to say the
It
word
may be
suspicious.
plausible,
Is that
but
what
it's
the
no
cage is-
more or less plausible than him having helped Mr. Knight to escape.
I need some real solid evidence. I'm going to get her to budge.
That means pressing.
And then
Yeah, she only had like nothing. Press. No, press on the third.
Hold it!
You're certain nobody else had the opportunity.
Need I remind you that we are in a prison? The entire facility is monitored at all times. Anything out of the ordinary would have been. Hold it!
Ah,
But Mr. Saint was under the same scrutiny, was he?
Overruled! The warden has granted the members of the Circus Trope special access. As a member of that trope, under the supervision
Troop.
of Miss Barry, he's the only person who was free to wander where he will.
Objection! It seems you've forgotten something, Your Honor.
Forget is not a word in my vocabulary, Mr. Edgeworth.
how about for
Very well, then recall this fact, if you will. You claim that Mr. Saint is the only person who was free to walk around the prison. But there was a brief period of time on the day of the crime in this prison, a time when it would have been possible for anyone to move through the prison entirely unmonitored. What do I have that shows there was a period of the day of crime was oversight was limited, circuit breakers.
Circuit breakers?
Circuit breakers. Remember the circuit breakers?
well, either circuit breakers or the security footage.
Oh,
Okay. So security footage.
Well, Eustace?
Yes, interesting. Well, we
Eustace?
all know most people, like, pretty much anybody could have walked around. Yes, but could they have walked around freely? No, impossible.
Rebutted by Mr. Wiener.
Aha! Have you learned your lesson?
Stop calling it that.
Exodus?
Judge Gaval's latest assertion relies on prison security systems and must have something to do that proves that wasn't the case. I think that Eustace would grow up to be Eustace Bag from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
hold it!
Yep. Hold it, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Yeah, how would I know, other than the security cameras? Yeah.
Prepare to pass forward.
Overruled!
No, go past that. Go around that. Go back at it.
Where is this? This is now, sir. Now? But where was that previously? That was then. This is now. But
Nobody see that, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so it'd be
So,
the security, the camera footage.
no, the camera footage, because it says there's a 3-hour gap.
Yeah, 3-hour gap. Mr. Saint is far from the only one who had the opportunity.
Which opportunity are we speaking again?
We previously established that the time code on the security footage was off by 3 hours. And from this, we can deduce that there must have been a power outage lasting for that length of time, during which anyone could have moved around the prison undetected.
Do you mean to say that one hour carriers intentionally created this 3-hour gap? That it was no simple camera malfunction? Is that even possible?
Yes, the circuit breakers. It is completely possible to create the 3-hour gap using this, the breakers.
The circuit breakers.
Our investigation of the yard turned up something rather interesting. I was just off by one, so I jumped the gun. The panel breakers,
fair.
which can be used to cut the power to the security cameras. We also learned that the door to the power room may have been opened at around the time of the murder.
What?
Such a shame. He once so capable of false sort of the moment.
Cedric.
Mr. Edgeworth knows what he's doing.
Then how does he explain the lock on the power room door?
Oh, God.
Yeah. It was kind of locked up tight. And the warden is the only one with the key.
Those breakers are vital to the prison's infrastructure. So I very much thought that anyone could have gained access to the power room. He's so—
Objection!
No, but one person could have.
I beg your pardon?
That person, the killer, had easy access to it. In fact, and what's more, their position here is such that nobody would dare question.
Objection!
What? But there's no one like that. But right there, and the fence, an electric fence is in there. They would have been questioned in an instant.
There's only one person who meets these criteria. I can hardly believe it myself, but I have to follow where the logic leads. The person had access to the warden room key, Lagarde.
Take that!
Real culprit is... Missile!
Oh, speaking of the devil.
Warden Lagarde! Jinkies!
Oh, just look at you. Aren't you the cutest little poochie boochie?
And the devil wears Prada.
He's not just pretty face. Missile also has quite the nose for sweet things. It seems he's smelling something very sweet indeed, and it's coming from you.
Oh, darling, you make me blush. I'm not even wearing perfume.
And perhaps it is the sweet stench of death.
Death
You
is a
are a little
compliment.
thorn, aren't you? I had no idea. But if I did know better, I'd almost think you were calling me Moi the Killer.
That is precisely what I'm calling you.
Oh, the ball's on this one.
What?
Warden Lagarde is the killer? Mr. Edgeworth, do you realize what you're saying?
Such a
He
naughty
very much
boy.
is.
How could he suspect me, I'm the one in charge around here. It's like we're in a murder mystery, aren't we?
I mean, have you
Equally
checked the lines?
far-fetched. This is preposterous.
Hold it!
Sadly, it is not, although I can hardly believe it myself. But this is where the evidence points, and we must trust in the evidence. This piece of evidence proves that Warden Lagarde is the killer.
Yeah, the sweet sketch.
Stab wound to the
Yeah,
throat.
the sweet
Take that!
detective.
Yep. Your scent betrays you, Warden. And here is your accuser, J'accuse.
The police dog?
We had him track a sweet scent that was lingering around Knight's body back when it was first found. He now appears to be smelling the same scent, and it's coming from you.
Oh, darling, you're priceless. You really are. Your evidence is, with a suspicion. Barely, dear. Do put him in his place.
It seems Judge Cavell may have reached a similar conclusion to myself.
You believe this to be no mere coincidence, Mr. Edgeworth?
I do. After all, she had the key, and the scent found lingering on the body is hers as well. Were it just one or the other, we might have been able to brush it off as coincidence. However...
Indeed. But it seems the conclusion important. Perhaps we should hear what the warden had to say for herself.
we should, and when we have...
This case will finally be at an end.
You're all being simply awful. Stop looking at me like that. Me, the killer? How could I possibly do such a thing?
Here we go.
I didn't do it.
Exactly.
That's what they all say.
Shirley told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie. The victim died in his cell, so by logic, I would have to have killed here, there. But how am I supposed to have moved the body, especially as I never went into the prison? I was too busy with work, you see. I was cooped up in my office until right before the show began. Check if you like. You won't find a record of anywhere of my having entered or left the prison proper.
Oh, funny you should say that.
I haven't the first idea where harebrained theories you little scamps have cooked up. I'm innocent. There's simply no way I could be the killer.
No.
Give me a break. Missile doesn't lie. He's a gourmet at heart. Doesn't make it hard on everyone and just come clean.
Oh dear, I'm afraid you're all the one making things difficult. Just as I said, I never went into the prison. If you think I'm lying, go and check the records.
She clearly wants us to check those records, which means they won't help us. We'll just have to find another way of getting the truth out of her.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, stop being a big silly. You made a boo-boo and you know it.
Alright.
Say the line, Art. I didn't do it. Alright, yep.
I'm everything. You know I'm innocent.
Said move by, so said I went to prison. I was too busy with work, you see, I was cooped. So right before the show began. What's the last one? This one, well, because we had that 3-hour gap. But,
however, even if we present like the, even if we present it, it's likely that she's going to have a rebuttal of like, oh no, like,
oh no,
yeah. But let's go back a couple.
So, what, number 3? Oh no, yeah, number 3. Press.
Hold it!
Do you have any evidence that you didn't enter the prison?
Please, darling, let me finish.
Oh.
I was too busy. Oh.
Alright, press this one.
Hold it!
So, you were in your office the whole time, and you didn't notice anything unusual?
No, I can't say that I did.
And you didn't notice anything missing?
I must confess, I'm a rather messy girl. And a forgetful one at that. I put something down and I lose it forever. It's a curse, darling. A curse. I even lost some important evidence recently. It was gone. Poof, just like that.
Nani? And she still has a job.
Oh, shut up. Honestly, if somebody came into my office and took something, it might be years before I noticed.
Seems like I'll need more than the power room key to expose her.
On the day of the murder, I was working in my office, and looking for something I'd misplaced. And even if I had a reason to go into the prison, I simply wouldn't have had the time.
Press her on this one.
Hold it!
Yes.
Sure, maybe you didn't go through the main entrance to the prison. But what if you took another route?
Oh, come now, sweetie. Sure you don't mean that awfully filthy tunnel they discovered. You seen this jacket? Well, until yesterday, I had no idea it even existed.
No, you had another way in. I'm certain of it.
Oh, for Father's sake.
A route that didn't require going through the main entrance or the tunnel. The route you took went through this location.
Yard?
The warden's office.
Warden's office.
Take that!
It's the route you took to get to the prison.
Oh, I would have sworn it would have been the warden's office. Then maybe it is the yard.
Think, Miles. A route from her office that bypassed the prison entrance in the tunnel.
Yeah, the yard. You were right. Oh, really? You're not going to let us... What's our move, sir? She seems awfully sure of herself.
She seems pretty confident there won't be any record of her entering the prison.
In which case, we'll have to rely on something other than the records in question. Get him, Missile.
Go to last statement. Fast forward.
Wait.
Turbo Prosecutor powers, go!
16 processing.
Okay, yard.
Take that!
Through the vents?
Warden, you took Knight from his cell and brought him to your office, which just happens to be connected to the yard. If you had a way through the fence, you would have been able to circumvent both the entrance and the tunnel.
A cost of $50. Now what I have gotten through the fence. It's a extremely high fence, topped with raised wire, with thousands of volts of electricity going through it.
Yeah! How is she to have gotten through
May I
that?
ask you to speak?
The fence's electricity supply can be cut off from the power room. And only you had the key, Warden. No one but you could have done it.
Utterly ridiculous. The power room is on the prison side of the yard. Warden Rugal was on the detention center side. How would she even have reached the power room?
Exactly, Fairly darling. Well, VaStarPlus, you dug yourself in a real hole now.
Her eye.
If there was no record of Warden Rugal having entered the prison proper, then the idea that she could have shut the fence by using breaker is out of the question.
No. Must be some way she could have done it.
Take a deep breath, big guy. Lose your cool and you've lost everything.
If I didn't find a solution, she might still wriggle out of this.
Hey, I say take a deep breath, not freak out and completely lose your cool.
But it's fun to panic.
No, it's
There's
not.
a game by banging your head against the same wall, you know?
No matter how you look at it, Warden Lagarde couldn't have done it alone.
Mr. Edgewood, did you up?
Objection.
You are doing yourself any favors by obstructing justice with your silence.
That was a reflexive objection. But now that I've yelled it, if I don't come up with an answer, it's all over.
Come
I have
on,
one
Phoenix.
more thing to add. If you'll permit me.
Nothing to explain how the warden could have shut out the breaker from the wrong side of the fence.
Yes, because it's not as impossible as it seems. What enabled her to shut off the breaker?
An accomplice.
Yep, an accomplice. She could have done it alone. But what if she wasn't alone?
Ooh, now you're talking. Way to flex the old gray matter, kiddo.
I believe that Warden Lagarde had an accomplice.
Enough! You disappointed me, Mr. Edgeworth.
What do you mean? Mr. Edgeworth has said nothing wrong.
The inmates of the prison are issued with security bracelets.
Dasher.
The ones that raise the alarm that people could go, they're not supposed to go, ah.
As he hasn't realized your error. And we are, of course, within the prison grounds. We were not only are the bracelets worn, but even the guards surveil each other for signs of wrongdoing.
Despite all that, no one noticed Mr. Carceretto's escape.
The ones who are free to roam are the animals. They are most certainly could have not operated the breaker.
No, so our accomplice must be human.
Then who did it, given that it could not have been a prisoner or guard?
Torgo.
I wouldn't be so quick to rule out either, Your Honor. The fact is, there is one person, someone whose movements weren't restricted. And I have just the evidence to show who that free roaming person is.
The bracelet!
Take that!
Finally.
This is one of the prisoner's bracelets.
Indeed, a broken bracelet belonging to a certain self-proclaimed model prisoner.
What do you mean? And who is this prisoner?
Frank saw it. Warden Lagarde's favorite inmate. It's strange, isn't it, Warden? That he was able to keep his broken bracelet hidden and wander freely around the prison all the while.
That is pretty funky, and I don't mean in a good way.
Oh? It couldn't be the case that he was permitted some sort of special leeway, could it? Although you are in the habit of giving such leeway to certain others. Body harm Canis, for example.
Mr. Edgeworth, that is pure speculation.
In that case, why don't we ask Mr. Sawad himself? Agami will confirm for us that he and Warden Lagarde were accomplices in this crime. If the two of them had worked together, a certain route into the prison becomes viable. The real route by which Knight was moved from his cell to the prison proper. Recall that there were two big obstacles in the path. First, a security camera outside Knight's cell. Second, the electrified fence in the yard. But she was able to remove both obstacles in one fell swoop by having Mr. Sawad shut off the corresponding breakers.
Hold it. All right, Mr. Edgeworth. You've had your fun.
And? Do you still deny it, Warden Lagarde?
No, darling, you got me. I mean, I admit it.
Warden? Tell me this isn't true.
Sorry, Beverly, honey. I'm afraid it is. Frankie helped me do it.
The
Oh, DB.
No way!
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. You got her.
Nice shooting, cowboy. She won't be running him out of this one.
As Mr. Edgeworth said, I had Frankie switch off the breaker. But we didn't kill Knight, did we? No, sweetums. Now, didn't my precious.
Nani?
Warden, explain yourself.
Oh, Verity, dear. I doubt your precious goddess will want to hear my excuses now.
She's almost.
She's all merciful.
Yeah, but to confess, and you all should be saved.
Oh, gosh, all right, I was being threatened. I had no choice but to do as he said. Who's he?
Voldemort.
Body Harbor Canis, that awful assassin.
Canis.
How long has it been since that awful man came here to my beautiful prison? I'll never forget the day he arrived. The moment we were alone, he said this to me.
You should know that I have other dogs. Dogs not confined to this fine institution.
Others?
Yes, very loyal dogs. Dogs who will do anything I ask of them.
Dogs who have faced the sun goddess.
Real dogs. He was talking about his very human cronies. And then he said one last thing.
I would recommend that you take care in how you treat me during my stay here. I wouldn't want to have to set my dogs on you or your precious family.
I had no choice. I gave him that cell. I gave him everything he asked for.
Everything? Wait, is that how he became the fixer?
Yes, darling. I obeyed his every command and smuggled in for him all that he wanted. Eventually, I brought dear sweet Frankie into our little conspiracy. He agreed right away, of course. Because I made things easier for him, too.
So you were smuggling in contraband? How exactly?
Once a week, late at night, Frankie would shut off the breakers. It allowed me to go from my office into the yard without being seen by the cameras. Then I simply dropped the packages down the well on the prison side and went back through the fence. Each one of them spritzed with a little of my perfume.
Lovely bottle.
So that's what the sweet smell was.
Yes, it was a single of a Canis dog. When he picked up the scent, he would fetch the packages and bring them back to his master. He had to make sure Rocco wasn't in his cell at the time, of course.
Can't have been easy keeping him from finding out.
Very much creatures of habit here at the prison, darling. Everything was on the schedule. Meals, exercise hours, that sort of thing. We knew when he wasn't there. And that adorable little pair of his freezers with fright at the sight of Connis's dog. Poor thing. So there was no risk of him raising the alarm either.
She has oversight over everything here at the prison, which made her the perfect mule. With her on his side, Canis couldn't fail.
We sneak out early in the morning to switch the breakers on, back on, and our work was done. Apart from fixing the time codes on the cameras, which I would do later when I got the chance.
Annotation.
You have shared a great deal, Warden. The goddess of justice certainly will take your honesty into account.
I've been the most disrespectful I know I have. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. The day of Mike's murder was also one of our delivery days. And so, Frankie bless his heart, his usual work with the breakers. But there was no package for me to deliver that day, so I didn't go out into the yard.
That's the secret behind the fixer system, and why she was.
Police have been trying to track down his accomplices for the longest time. Even I've had to lend them a hand myself, you know. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the secretive scoundrel to my office to talk to him. But no matter what I say, how much evidence I would present him with, he simply won't say a word.
That's why you were interrogating Mr. Canis over and over.
Yes, I was trying to track down those horrible hitch people of his. I brought everything the police had on the rotten scoundrel. I watched his every move, interpreted his every letter he wrote.
His letters? Then I suppose she must know about his correspondence chess games, too.
But no matter what I did, I couldn't turn up any clues as to who his underlings were. Living in fear like this, oh, you just can't comprehend it.
As you have just heard for yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The words of Warden Lagar's confessions have cleansed her of all suspicion. So there's nothing to hound her any longer.
Has she really been cleared of all suspicion, though? Or is there much more to uncover? There's definitely more.
Much more.
Very much more.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but this conversation isn't over yet. And I think the Goddess of Justice would agree.
Do you mean to make her suffer even more than she already has?
Unfortunately, her suffering under Mr. Canis does nothing to prove her innocence in Knight's murder. She admitted herself that she knew of and even facilitated the so-called Fixer's delivery route. I believe she used this same route to move Knight's body.
And where's your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's in the fact that the sweet smell on Knight's body is the exact same scent Warden Lagarde used to signal delivery. What do you make of that?
Well, that's because we've done it so many times by now, the whole probably smells of it. Some of it must have rubbed off on his body.
That does match the statement that Mr. Carcerado provided.
Oh, smoke out of the nice down there. Nice. Yeah, I don't know, it smells like dessert, I guess.
His words would seem to suggest that the smell had permitted the well.
Yeah.
You have been rendered speechless, I see. Then I hereby move to adjourn this session of the court.
No, what do we do, Mr. Edgeworth?
What can I do? Is this as far as we go?
Finally! So, we're actually done?
No.
Yes, users, it seems we are. By the power vested in me, this court is adjourned.
Hold it.
Boom, 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 boom.
Who was that? Oh.
Come on, Judge G. Things were just getting good.
Yeah, just one more thing, Fender.
Are you objecting to my joining this session?
Yes, Columbo.
No. Would you shut up? Objection if I want to do that. Either you, G. Adjourn, don't adjourn, whatever floats your boat.
Cedric.
What are you doing, Mr. Fender?
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Let's just take a chill pill, shall we? By which I mean a square of chocolatey goodness. Anyone?
Oh,
Are you
it's
trying
one
to
of
get
those
yourself
ice
charged
cube
with
chocolates.
contempt of court?
The Klondike Dar.
No, my bad. I just had a quick request to make it all. That seems insane whatever it is.
Ah, yes, I forgot that you his real attorney, Mr. Bender.
How could you? You're killing me here.
Blameless, you've been making Mr. Edward do everything this whole time.
Right you are, which is why I figure it's time to put in some work.
Work, you say? Somehow, I don't believe you worked a day in your life.
Then let's say this is me doing some prep work for the upcoming trial. Mind if I question the witness?
Now? Amusing, but what is there left to ask?
I get a feeling you're a funny bone that thief here has something more to tell us about the...
Do I?
Yes, indeed. See, as a major player in Team Simeon, I can spot a sympathizer when I see one. And you don't think you did it, do you? So tell us, who did it? Come on, with me. We're all ears.
Mr. Edward, what is he doing?
He's trying to coax Warren Lagarde into giving something away. Ask yourself, why would she go to all the trouble of sending Knight's body on such an odd journey? It is because she wanted to frame Mr. Canis.
He did? No way!
If he was convicted of committing murder here, that could have been grounds for a transfer to another prison. Most likely a more secure facility.
And where would he be? Would he be out of her hair forever, huh?
Precisely. She saw her opportunity and seized it.
No. Say can't be the killer.
No,
Can't not be the killer.
I cannot fuck him.
That's not fair. I was ready to prosecute him.
I know, right? But maybe we should find out what she's thinking first. Don't want to get the wrong guy, you know?
Nice. Now Mr. Wiener has to go along with it too.
Well, Warden, are you happy to testify further?
Of course. How could I refuse the silver-tongued devil? Eddykins, you have such a way with words.
Just doing my job, Fifth.
Besides, one can tell the truth without telling the whole truth, can one? I'm simply dying to tell all verity, darling. Do say you let me.
As you wish, the court is unadorned.
I can't believe you pulled that off, Mr. Fender.
Me either.
Thank you for the timely intervention.
Hey, it's the least I could do. Guy's not wrong. I've been leaning on you hard. And besides, the defense never rests, am I right? Simeons depend on us. I think I just about exhausted my little cool lore chat there. Maybe we can file this one now. Which means you're up to best. Smile with smile. Show him that you never rest, spirit.
I shall.
Fabulous. Then let's get started.
My truth.
I don't think anyone could have done it but with that dribble man Canis. There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. Perhaps he simply took a disliking to him, considering he's the type. Whatever the story details, it was him. He stabbed the poor man to death.
How?
And then he tried to hide it, and his dog disposed of the body. That simply has to be what happened.
Boy, she is
The
really...
victim, Mr. Knight, yes? I did him the most terrible disservice.
Yes, you killed him.
I suppose you could put it that way. If I want such a sorry excuse for one, this would never have happened. And that's why I had to clean up this terrible mess.
Warden Lagarde, as ever, your honesty is truly your credit. I'm sure that Mr. Knight is holding down and weeping tears of gratitude.
You're looking up, darling, not
You
looking
clearly
down.
never met Mr. Knight. Seriously. My truth. Yeah, like, how was he able to stab him? Yeah, it's the thing about stabbing. Stab. It's press.
Hold it!
What more can you tell us about these sordid details?
Well, I know Kenneth was it for a living. I doubt the killing part gave him much trouble. Especially as the victim was already injured. His neck, I think. Could turn his head to the right, poor dear. That's what they told me when they brought him in, anyway. Oh, the loss of my favorite
warden when new prisoners are admitted. You seem keen for us to think you didn't know much about Knight.
That's because I didn't, Sweetie, and the victim was simply a fun target to that monster, nothing more. I expect Kenneth used the chisel that was hidden in that chest set, don't you? Awfully aggressive business.
How did you know about that?
Just imagine that man probably didn't even have time to cry out.
I see. Thank you for your thoughts. They were very helpful. Actually, I'd like to hear more about them in a little more detail, if you don't mind.
No, Mr. Edward, you're making me blush. I could talk to you all day.
Please do.
Oh, don't look so nervous, darling. I'm only teasing. Of course we can talk about them some more.
Okay, here's time.
Okay, but how did she know? So yeah, proceed.
I have my ways.
Objection!
Damn it.
Warren Lagarde, you strike me as being more careful than the image you project suggests.
Oh, Mr. Edward, please. Call me Fifi, or Sweetie Pie if you prefer. Just not murderer. I'll come late for dinner.
Does not compute. However, I think you may have been a little less careful than you realized in this situation.
Aren't you just the most adorable little creature? Don't be embarrassed. We're all family here.
No?
Come on, Mr. Edward. Don't let her get inside your head.
You said earlier that you didn't know much about Knight. In which case, I find it rather strange that you know about the chisel.
Well, of course I do, darling. Do you think we don't check prisoners when they come in? I mean, we always do.
Objection. You're not talking your way out of this, Warden. That is entirely irrelevant, and you know it. Knight didn't bring the chess set into the prison himself. It was brought by Mr. Saint when he came to visit. Knight wouldn't have had it with him when he arrived.
What? Well, I mean, of course that. When Mr. Saint came, we. Oh no.
Objection!
You checked him? I find that hard to believe because if you did, that makes your story all the stranger. When you found the chisel, why did you not confiscate it then and there? Judge Cavell, did you tell anyone about the hidden compartment in the chest set?
I did not.
And no one leaked our findings, and how exactly did you learn about the chisel, Warden Lagarde? Because it certainly couldn't have been when you checked Knight or Mr. Saint on their arrival.
Indeed, such a terrible thing will play into the society if I've been found, yet let through.
Precisely. So, Warden Lagarde, and answer truthfully this time. Where and when did you learn about the chess set? If you won't answer, then allow me. I submit that you...
Hold it! All right, darling. There's no need to rub it in. You got me, all right? I questioned Knight, that was when I learned about the chess set. But please, you have to believe me. I did not kill him!
That's what they all say.
One moment, Warden. This is a significant development. The court requests that you make a detailed statement on the record. Any objections, Mr. Ashworth?
None, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, darlings. I'll clear this awful misunderstanding, I promise. You're still getting booked, sister.
Oh, yeah.
Very well. Go ahead, Warden Lagarde, and please, tell the truth this time.
Her lies are starting to wear thin. This is my chance to expose her.
All right.
Really desperate. My truth part 2.
I said I questioned Knight, but it wasn't anything serious, you understand? I'll make a point of talking to every newcomer to our little home. That was no different. We just had A little chat, you might call it.
Yeah, right.
And after we talked, I had him taken back to his cell straight away.
Right away,
The
you
more
say?
she lies, the more thoroughly she seals her fate.
So it's simply a conversation with a new detainee, as he's entirely above board.
Exactly, Verity, darling. I knew you'd understand.
Objection!
Oh, damn it.
Well, I don't. What proof do you have to back up your statement?
I suppose we shall see, won't we? Mr. Edgeworth, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay.
The third statement about just had a little talk.
Yeah, that one I definitely pressed on that one.
Yeah.
Hold it!
How was he when you spoke with him?
Oh, he was so open and honest stuff. What?
That guy? Honest?
He was talking about 1% and promoting a prawn, I suppose. I suppose he must have been hungry.
En passant, and promoting a pawn. It seems he spared no one from his obsession with chess. En passant.
Oh.
That was cute detail.
Yeah.
I like the doggy.
Let's have a little chat. Oh no, that's
It's
an
a
Arctic
foxy,
fox.
but
It's an Arctic fox.
It's still cute.
Oh yeah, did you
yeah.
guys see in the news report today?
What?
They have found a way to bring back the dire wolf.
oh yeah, I did see that about
Ah.
the recorded
So
direwolf howl.
wait. So like first it was woolly mice, now it's direwolves?
Yep, they brought back. They've 2 dire wolves have been born.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ah,
cool.
yeah, and
Oh, you know what? And they got the best names, and I love the one's Romulus, the other's Remus, the 2 founders of Rome, because they were raised by a wolf.
oh yeah.
Well that's like the woolly mouse thing.
Yeah, well this VAS is like, no, they actually did get dire wolves back. They used gray wolf DNA.
To fill in the gaps,
Yep.
All right.
just like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Well, they said that they were inspired about dire wolves because again they were prominent.
Well, I mean, this is like the second time we discovered new species. The woolly mouse was like entirely new.
Well, no, this ain't a new species. This is bringing one back.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, well.
3,000 years prior.
Okay, so.
I make a point. All right, next, go to the 4th statement. Yep, that one. Press.
Hold it!
If he really had gone back to his cell, he would still be alive today.
You really think I murdered the poor man right there by office, don't you? But what
Yes.
would my motive have been, darling? I told you I barely knew him. I'm no angel. I have my grudges against Canis, but that has nothing to do with that animal.
She really does hate Canis.
Mhm.
Lord Lacard, I must insist that you append that statement to your testimony.
Oh,
here we go.
The correspondence letter.
The correspondence, yep.
Oh.
Because she thought that she got it mistaken that was Knight was one of his Canis's goons. That's why.
Yeah.
She killed him because she thought that the goon was Canis was ready to collect. Jezebel, I'd like you to take a look at this.
Notes about the game of chess. What is the city lake visit? Is Mr. Edgeworth?
It was found in Knight's cell. Exactly where you said you saw it too, Lord of the God. But you didn't see this game in Knight's cell, did you? You've seen it in Mr. Canis' cell too.
What do you mean?
Objection! Oh, come now. Don't tell me you haven't taken a look at the chessboard in maximum security.
Ah.
I imagine you watch his every move like a hawk. Or rather, I imagine you feel that doing so is your only option.
If she wants to find out who his cronies are, right?
Firstly, interrogating your own prisoners is highly irregular, to say the least. Not logical. But as you said, Mr. Canis had threatened you. He put your precious home at risk. That's why you took it upon yourself to question him. You wanted to find out who his dogs were.
And so what if I did?
You also told us that you read his letters, which means you must have known about one key fact. You knew he was playing correspondence chess. And then, who should appear but Knight, carrying with him a diagram of a very particular game. We ourselves used that diagram to infer a connection between the two men. And it seems you came to the same conclusion. But in your fear, you took your reasoning one step further.
One step
You
too
surmised
far.
that Knight was Mr. Canis's henchman, sent to kill you.
Pushes the real shadow just to the Bronx. If his boss would crack, maybe he would.
And when you questioned Knight, you made another discovery. For there inside his chest set, you found a hidden chisel.
The murder weapon itself!
As far as you were concerned, that chisel meant one thing, Canis. Thus you convinced yourself that Knight was working for Canis. That is why you killed him. Because he couldn't turn his neck either. I see you have no more excuses. Judge Cavell, your verdict, please.
Much as it grieves me, there will appear to be little room for doubt. I hereby give my verdict. Rugal Knight was murdered by...
Move it!
Oh, God. It's lagging.
In the name of the gods of justice, who is it this
It's
time?
lagging bad.
Yep.
Sorry, Vass, it's lagging bad. Okay.
It's a joke. It's all a big stupid joke. People just don't get it, do you?
I think we've proven that it's you who didn't understand things correctly.
Me? Please, darling. I understand it all perfectly well, thank you very much.
That's a bad spike.
And I understand that there's a glaring curve in your theory, Mr. Edgeworth.
I've never seen that expression before.
Oh,
You're
that's because
just-
she's on the verge of breaking down.
Grasping at straws now. The Arctic Fox is going insane. I have no time for this, Your Honor. The verdict.
Overruled! I'm curious to hear what the warden has to say.
I don't. Pass judgment.
Verity. There's one last thing to say, then Mr. Edgeworth can declare himself the winner.
You rang?
You idiot. Does anybody remember a certain autopsy report?
Of course, we received the final light version only this morning.
That's right, and I was listening to what you told us about it. Verity, even if nobody else was. You said the wound was 4 inches deep.
4 inches?
Wait.
Pardon me this thing, Mr. Edgeworth. How does a tiny chisel make 4 inches wound?
Yo?
Forgive me, oh gods. I came perilously close to making a terrible mistake.
Looks like your theory is the one that doesn't hold water, Edgeworth. What now? What do we do now?
It'll be fine. Mr. Edgeworth always comes through. Right, player?
I think he's processing again. Yeah, he's processing again.
Look like Bill Strawn is out of commission.
Minestrone. I mean, you're an attorney too, aren't you? Why don't you do something? Turn things on their head with a desperate bluff. Blurt out the first mind-blowing thing that comes to your mind.
Look, detective, I'm as much of a man of action as the next guy. But without evidence, we're up a creek without a paddle here. There might be the end of the road.
I give up now. We have to do something. 25%.
Rebooting. I'm certain that Warden Lagarde is the killer.
50%.
It's the only explanation that fits the facts of the case.
40%.
But if the chisel wasn't the murder weapon, what other bladed weapon is there in this facility?
90%.
48%.
It seems we do not have all the answers, nor the evidence to prove those answers. Alas, we must wait until the trial to see the matter resolved, I'm afraid.
Objection!
Come on, G. You're just giving the killer a chance to destroy
Overruled! Are you calling the judicial process into question, Mr. Bender?
Nope, not me. No. I try, Miles. Any bright idea?
What is the real murder weapon since it's clearly not the chisel?
Thank
I
back.
found it. This question throws everything we've deduced out the window.
Nothing to add, Mr. Edgeworth? allow me to remind you that claims not supported by sufficient evidence are subject to harshest penalties.
Processing.
Initializing. Initializing.
Processing.
Directive 4. Removed. It's hopeless. I can't think of anything I need. Your move, creep. Bold as I am to admit it,
Hold it! You can't give up now. Remember what Mr. Fender said? Someone's counting on us. Without us, he's... Remember how upset he was? He was devastated. Nobody's in more pain than him. Nobody's in more pain than him over Mr. Knight's death. There's no way he did it, but if we can't save him, who will? And what's more, he believes in us. He's sitting in that cell waiting for us to bring him some good news. And I, for one, won't walk away until we have some.
Okay.
Gee, Miles, you're one of the quite motivational speaker.
Yeah, I learned that in Genesis High School.
When you find yourself on the road, think of your client. Picture them pleading with you to help them. Doesn't that make you want to fight back as hard as you can until the very end? Think of your old man, good old Gregory. No matter how bad things look, he always finds a way to turn it around and save his client. You're just like him, right? If there's any way to force a turnabout here, you're the one who'll find it. Simeon's counting on you.
Cleared. Judge Gavel.
You seem to have recovered your composure, Mr. Edgeworth. But if you mean to attempt a defense, I would advise you to consider the ramifications. You have repeatedly proposed misguided theories and have made numerous false accusations. If you do so again, I'll have no choice but to judge you unfit to serve as a prosecutor, and will leave you back for good.
She's right. I have put forward a number of theories that prove to be flawed in one way or another. Have I made some sort of fundamental oversight? Wait, she said my theories were misguided.
Now to take, then the court will tolerate no more time wasting. I hereby...
Sir, did you think of something?
Mr. Edgeworth.
Give my verdict.
That's it. I've been thinking about it the wrong way all this time. My theories weren't misguided. I was being misled.
The defendant to me is saying...
No, she's saying yes.
I think it's a little too soon for that, Your Honor.
You didn't say the magic word.
I'd say it's well past due, darling. Wouldn't you agree, Verity?
Mr. Edgeworth? May proceed.
What the?
I'd like to remind you of a few things. The sighting of his dog Helmet, the fact that he wasn't at the show, these and other factors made Mr. Kindness the obvious suspect at first.
This again, Mr. Edgeworth. You seem almost proud of your blunder.
But what if the real killer wanted us to suspect Mr. Kindness? What if it was all carefully arranged? And what if the same was true of the chisel, our purported murder weapon? Knight had been stabbed multiple times in the same place with a blade in his shoulder. What if he was stabbed with a chisel after the real murder weapon had been removed? Just leave traces of blood on it for us to find. That was how the killer misled us into thinking the chisel's the murder weapon. Blame Canis. Why must lead us in this way? Why indeed? Why make us think that the chisel is the murder weapon rather than whatever was really used? Because it is in order to get Knight transferred, in order to get Canis transferred. Canis. Gordon, you took advantage of what the chisel seemed to suggest.
What it suggested? What are you talking about?
Hold it! Mr. Wiener, if I were to tell you the murder weapon was a chisel, what would you think?
Huh? Oh, that Mr. Canis was the murderer?
And there you have it. That was the trap the warden set for us.
Oh, Mr. Kent has a bunch of sigils, so you wanted us to think that it was one of his, right?
Indeed, that was her plan right from the start. To frame Buddy Harmer Canis.
Your reasoning will appear to be sound. Warden Rugal certainly seems to be harboring a deep and abiding hatred for Mr. Connors. However, I think you know what I'm going to say next. That alone is not sufficient proof that Warden Rugal is the killer.
I knew that wouldn't be enough. There's only one thing that will prove it. The real murder weapon that we may now know must be here.
If you cannot prove your theory, then this conversation...
Objection!
We could just find the real murder weapon.
Objection!
How many times do I have to go over this? We searched the prison from top to bottom.
This is quite correct. Other possible murder have been found. But I'm afraid you're a bit of...
Objection!
I can still prove my case yet, Your Honor, because it's still here inside this prison. This would have made sure of that.
The security gate!
I'm glad you at least remember what it is, and you do remember what it does.
Of course I do. I'm not a complete idiot. The security tape detects metal, which means you can't bring anything metal into the prison or take it out. Oh! I hope that came through.
Oh.
Precisely. If there is another murder weapon, it cannot have been taken off premises.
But nor could have been brought into prison in the first place. And so we found ourselves right back where we begun.
Judge Cavell?
What I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Edwards, that if you wish me to believe that there is another murder weapon here in the prison, you also have to explain to me how it got here.
Alright, we know that the chisel was smuggled into the prison inside a pocket chest set. But our contention is that the chisel is not the real murder weapon. So if the weapon came from outside the facility, then there must have been a way to bring it in.
Yes, the question of our is this. Can you show me these alternative routes?
How did the weapon Warden Rugal use to get to this prison? You borrowed evidence from the police to help with your investigation, is that correct? Dasher.
Why, yes, CD. Everything related to Carlos is with me now. Heaven knows how many times I've called the secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to me.
Of course, that's how. The fact that this is here with us shows how a bladed object could have been brought to the facility as well. Metal detector. Well, actually, yeah, metal detector.
Wait, where is the metal detector?
Oh, wait a minute. Is this one of those cases where it's like the metal detector was only in our mental acuity, but not in our inventory?
Yeah, that sucks, because, like, it's in the alligator, and we know where
Let's see here. Oh, wait, we present the dog.
Yeah, dog.
There's no dog in
no,
this.
wait. Let's see
What
here.
about profiles?
Oh, no, profiles, yeah.
No,
yeah.
no, we can't present profiling.
Oh, really? Oh, man. Let's see.
The fact that this shows the play what could have been. Oh no, the map, the prison map.
Take that!
That's thinking. That was a great way to. Okay.
Indeed, even a metal item would have been.
What you mean? You can't use that?
Oh, I thought that was correct. I'm still worth believing.
So there isn't any way. So there isn't a way. Okay.
There is, and it involves things coming into the prison that were brought by a visitor. We have a piece of evidence that shows how metal objects could be brought in without raising the alarm.
Oh wait, we present the chest set because that had to bypass.
Yeah. Stop stalling. Get to chase. I hate to let her down again, so let's see here. Yeah.
Take that!
What?
What? Okay.
That makes sense. God damn it.
Darn
Then
it.
is it the
Darn you
security
ones and
gates?
zeros.
No,
Is
promise,
it-
Edward.
Like, the only thing I think is the security gates. That
Sure,
or the
we don't-
circuit breakers.
The circuit breakers.
Take that!
Yeah.
No, not circuit breakers.
Overruled!
Oh, no.
It is very clear if we don't see our health bar disappear when we present evidence, we've picked the wrong one.
Yeah. Then it has to be the security gates, then.
Take that!
Really, not the security gates.
Oh, wait. Oh, we present the trick. Because it's all in the yard.
well. Yeah, in the well.
Take that!
No!
No, it's not. Trial and error again.
Like, man. It's
Okay,
like...
so it's not the trick. It's not the security gates. It's not Sod's... Oh, it's Mr. Sod's bracelet?
Take that!
Really, not Sod's bracelet.
Like, good grief. Let's see.
Or not, because it's not the rope. The tunnel? The tunnel?
Take that!
No,
not
not
the
the
chisel.
tunnel.
Isn't there a bell with it?
What?
A bell?
That was what for Helmet.
Wait,
Yeah.
does it have an added detail to
Oh,
it?
Mr. Canis' bell. Yeah.
Take that!
It is!
Oh my
Allow me to
Oh,
remind
okay.
you of our conversation with Mr. Canis yesterday. Yeah, the bell system.
Right.
Yes,
Uh.
it was but one of my bells. One of only 2 in existence.
Right track, wrong
There's
evidence.
2 and only 2. One for my knife, and one for my beloved helmet. Exquisitely crafted, utterly unique.
Oh, Canis' knife. Right.
Yeah.
My ears are my guide, after all. And I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me.
You see, there is a way for objects to be brought into the prison and scrutinized. As part of the evidence, Warden Lagarde borrowed from the police.
What?
Mr. Canis' knife was part of the evidence in that case against him, and that evidence was here in the prison. Not only that, but the knife had a certain bell attached to it.
The bell was attached to the chisel?
Correct. The killer took the bell from the knife and attached it to the chisel.
The flagon with the dragon. Dasher.
That can't be right. The chisel only had Mr. Knight's papers on it.
Easy enough to explain that the killer wore gloves. She made it look as if the chisel was the murder weapon and then attached the bell to it. In so doing, she made sure that all evidence pointed to Mr. Canis. And who had access to the evidence from which the bell was taken? Why, only the person to whom it had been entrusted.
Who was it, sir? Who's been missing with our evidence?
I believe that would be you. Is that corrected, Warden Lagarde?
Called it. The Dasher.
Okay. Bills aren't exactly rare, you know. Anybody could have set them up. Pick that up.
Unluckily for you, this isn't quite true. These particular bells are unique because they're the only 2 of them in existence. Wow. By attaching that bell to the chisel, you, as good as declared yourself the killer.
But this isn't Hunter x Hunter.
Alright.
Dasher.
Okay. But you don't have any proof that the knife was never here to begin with, though.
Hold it!
I don't, not yet anyway. Mr. Wiener, I'd like you to order another search of the prison right away.
Huh? But if you find something, that's going to make things awkward for me.
This isn't about what's convenient for you. We have to find the truth. You're a prosecutor, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but you know.
This worthless excuse for a prosecutor. If I had investigative authority, I would be sitting on it.
Anyhow, it's not my decision to make. The warden would have to authorize it.
You know full well that she will do no such thing. You have the power to insist on a search. Use it.
Sorry, darling, but not without evidence.
You guys will just cannot bestow her blessing on those who lack the proof to support their claims. Our work here is done. The rest of the matter will be settled in the courtroom.
Edgeworth,
No.
pick me.
If we give Lagarde the opportunity, she'll destroy whatever evidence is left, including the alligator. I have to object. I have to stop them. what do I say? I don't have anything concrete to offer. What am I thinking? I'm never this reckless. No, I can't back down now. I've got to put everything on the line. I'm not a prosecutor right now. I'm an associate attorney with a client to defend.
Which means you can be a loose cannon cop.
Only I can save Mr. Saint, and that means... And the Phoenix goes, and that means, even if my chances are 1,000,000 to 1, it's still worth a shot. It's now or never. Should I object? Object.
Always.
Yes.
Objection. I suppose this must be how a certain serial bluffer always feels. Regardless, I cannot walk away.
Objection!
Wait, Your Honor.
Does that better be good, Mr. Edgeworth?
I've got it.
Got what exactly?
The real murder weapon, of course. I know where Mr. Canis' knife is.
Do you really, Mr. Edgeworth? You're not just pulling our
I
legs, are
do.
you?
Not at all.
If I do not know better, I would say that you're bluffing.
You wound me, Your Honor. I don't know the meaning of the word. Ner.
But I know a person who keeps doing it.
There's no way you could. It's not here, I tell you.
Well, would you be so kind as to enlighten us? Where's the real murder weapon?
Think, Miles, think. Somewhere, not even the police would search. A blind spot in the zoo. A hiding place that the warden could absolutely... a hiding... No. If you insist. Come on. Helmet, open up. Did she use the same... That's ridiculous, isn't it?
No.
The more I
it makes
think about it,
Mm-hmm.
how many foolproof ways to evade detection could there be?
Not many, especially
Mr.
in a
Edgeworth,
prison.
how long do you take to keep us waiting?
There's the faintest possibility I'm right, but if I'm wrong, we stand to lose everything. No, you're right. Your Honor, this is where the real murder weapon is hidden. The yard.
Take that! Specifically this pawn area.
Here, in the yard?
Indeed.
I don't believe I understand. Would you care to explain a little more?
Where exactly is the real murder weapon hidden? Pool.
Be sure to pan.
Yeah.
Take that!
Of course, that's what it must have been.
Huh?
What's the matter, Detective?
It's the metal detector, sir. It's reacting to the alligator.
Dasher.
How?
The metal detector was reacting to something inside her after all.
Open up,
Your Honor, I'd
alligator.
like to remind you of this piece of evidence.
The chisel?
Didn't we figure out that it wasn't a murder weapon?
You might recall that Mr. Canis hid this chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? That's right, the murder weapon isn't hidden inside the alligator in that pond over there.
What?
No way!
We detected the presence of a metallic object during our earlier investigation. Judge Cavell, we need to know what's inside that alligator. Gumshoe, put your hand in it.
Don't worry, I'll coat my arm with syrup with Ipecac.
Then we'll need to summon a veterinarian.
I'm sure we can get the little squeaky to open up for us.
We do have a vet.
I'd be happy to give it a try.
Okay.
A beast
Please,
tamer,
by all
if you
means.
will.
Gumshoe, put your head inside the alligator.
How do you want to?
Don't you
Please.
don't.
Don't.
It's fragile.
Oh, now I'm reminded
Oh, here you
of,
Warden Lagarde? Real murder weapon is about to be revealed. Why not do the right thing and confess?
I have nothing to confess.
As you wish, then you can simply wait and watch as your lies are exposed.
and Sir, we got it!
Oh, he did put his hand inside of it.
That has to be it.
Yep. It's over. Fifi Legard. Real murder weapon was body harmless Canis' knife. In the zoo, in the alligator, making you the only person who could have killed Bronco Knight.
And here's a fun little breakdown moment.
This is all Candace's doing. I did the right thing. Knight was a threat. He was Candace's lapdog. Cuss that despicable man, Candace. Cuss him. Why did he have to come and ruin my perfect little... Okay. We could have been happy forever if it wasn't for... He ruined my paradise on Earth. He ruined everything. Cuss him. Cuss that pitiless butcher. Awful, terrible, despicable man.
Oh.
And there goes the Arctic Fox. And there goes all that.
And there she is, in prison. A prisoner in a prison.
I'm already in jail, so I...
Do you know what I would tell you that they also did that in Saga Frontier. March 29th, 12:34 p.m. Detention Center corridor. Prosecute since the test that did come back. Winner. I guess we've been Wiener. I guess we've all been under a lot of stress. Place the Bronco Knight's blood was found in Mr. Kenneth's knife. That's like you said, sir. Congratulations on a stunning victory.
Thank you, officer. Excellent work. You can continue complimenting me if you like.
That's the flavor thing together that picked up below. With rage.
Excellent work, Eustace. Use them to tie up and we're done.
Huh? What are you talking about? I just solved the case, didn't I?
We had to confirm whether or not Knight really was working for Mr. Canis. It'll be vital to know if Warden Lagarde was simply jumping to conclusions on that front.
Huh?
There's Clueless, and then there's you.
Well, then I guess we better get back to our investigation. Alright, officer, you're with me! You're about to see the winner win a whole lot more! Prepare to witness first-rate investigation talent in action! It's winning time!
Nobody ever says that, Wiener.
I expect this case will cause quite a stir. The attempted murder of a president is news enough, and now his would-be assassin has been murdered.
But Knight never sought to kill the president in the first place.
The truth is not always as frigid as it might seem, Mr. Edgeworth. In the eyes of both society and the law.
How can you even say that?
You don't have to believe me, however. As a prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth is obligated to accept that this is the reality of the world he operates in.
Being a prosecutor is about more than proving people guilty. That's what I believe.
We are all free to believe as we choose, but the law is not to be toyed with for our own personal goals. If you refuse to accept this, then you must prepare to suffer the consequences.
Like they said, even me. No, you're not gonna take his badge.
Both of your badge.
I'm afraid I must be going now. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth.
I got killed by...
But you didn't do anything.
What a son of a...
Judge Gaval is right. There must be only one set of laws for everybody. But if following the law means sacrificing the truth, can I really do that in good conscience?
No, you can't.
TM, you're out.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, hi, Regina.
Is everything alright? Did you let you out, right?
Yeah. I'm so confused. What's going on? Some guy just came in and said I was free to go. I think I have Mr. Edgeworth to thank. You sure do. Mr. Edgeworth found out who the real killer is. Wow, really? You did that for me, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh no, stop staring at me like that! Listen, I swear, don't pull the rug out from under me now.
Stop it, Celine. It's true. He saved you, so say thanks already.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Edward. Thank you.
And a great big red and a very faint hue from me too.
This ain't talking directly to me. Small victories, I suppose.
Can I just ask one question, Mr. Attorney?
Sure. I'm not actually an attorney, though. Just saving for the heck of it.
I thought Bronco was my friend. No, my best friend. I trusted him, but now... Well, it's just... I never knew. I never would have believed that he could hate somebody enough to want to kill them. If he had kept something like that from me, then he never really trusted me, did he? That's not true, Simeon. Of course he trusted you. No, he didn't. If he had just told me, I could have stopped him. I could have told him that hate never helps. He had to let it go of all that stuff.
Mr. Saint, I think you're forgetting something. I should show him the thing that proves Knight trusted him.
The bloody gloves.
The glove don't fit. The glove don't fit. Yeah, the chest set.
The pocket chest set.
Take that!
It's the chest set I bought from.
Knight had hidden a chisel inside. I imagine he meant to use it to escape.
What? You mean he was using me?
No. No, he believed in you. He knew he could count on you to bring it, and that you would never be so untrusting as to look inside. I imagine that by not telling you, he was hoping he could keep you from getting caught up in his mess.
Well, why didn't you tell me? Well, at least you understand now, right, Simeon?
I'm sure he does. I mean, show it. Simeon's no dummy.
He's a monkey's uncle.
It makes me think we can proceed over this whole thing by tomorrow.
That's not as complimentary as you think it is.
I'll try. I have to, for Bronco. I'll just show him I can become the best animal tamer out there.
That's the spirit, my boy. There you go.
Oh, I almost forgot. We're doing a new show soon. I'd like you to come, if you could come, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hey, there's Max Galactica. The one, the only, very big circus is back.
I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one.
Sure, go.
Very big circus is the biggest, most fabulous event in town. Your hoodoos of fun.
Sounds great, doesn't it, Mr. Edgeworth? Come on, we have to go.
Well, I'll think about it.
Oh, come on.
We got some fun to do. Please find you and read and get acquainted.
What? Regina, the tiger? No, I can't. No.
Oh, you'll be fine, silly. Don't ever mean to be nice.
I can't.
As long as
Oh my goodness.
Yes, Vass?
as long as you know has the pepper with it.
Oh, the pepper, yeah.
And although that was Theo the lion, but still.
You wanna know something about certain type of cat? I think it was gappers or leopards.
Leopards.
These leopards or gepard. They are essentially giant cats.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was really something. Smile stick out, pulling it out of the bag.
Talk about
Carvel. I couldn't have done it without you, Fender. Without your timely intervention, she would have gotten away.
That was Fender bending.
I have you to thank for even being able to investigate this case in the first place.
Oh, stop it. Pat me on the back in the already. You can make me blush. Or talk a little further.
I suppose I'd be asking too much for you to take this seriously.
Seriously, Miles? My friend, I'm always serious. Anyway, how does it feel to save an innocent client? That's what it means to be an attorney after all.
To to be an attorney.
Gotta say, I had a blast. Remind me of the good old days. My Gregory was sitting there right beside me. Hey, it's been like a zillion years since I felt this warm and fuzzy in the job.
That's good? Bittersweet? I'm not sure.
Likely bittersweet.
Say, Myers, you ever thought about going into the defense game full time?
Excuse me?
You know, pick up where Gregor's left off, get out there and actually help people.
Hey, pal, don't get any big ideas. Mr. Edgeworth ain't about to switch sides.
Why not? Coming over to the light side, all the rage. Everybody's doing it these days.
Come on, Mr. Fender. No, it's not about that.
Chill, teen, chill. Don't get it twisted. It was just asking a perfectly innocent question.
No, you weren't.
The heck you were!
Looks like you've got a mean team in defense. There, there's no flaws.
Bender, I am a prosecutor.
Yep, and I'm an attorney. You could be one too. I am serious. Well, I've said my piece. You change your mind. You know to go. I'll be waiting.
See
Ciao. Gonna offend the band somewhere.
Dun, dun, dun.
Follow in my father's footsteps. Could I really do such a thing?
You've done it before.
I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my dad. An attorney like my father.
But let's sepia tone.
Me?
Yeah, that's a brief view into the next case.
End. Woohoo! Oh, that was a great case. Loved it.
Ooh,
Oh yeah. And chapter 3 is my personal favorite out of this duology.
But we shall see so next time. Turnabout Ablaze.
Yeah,
Turnabout Legacy. Oops.
Turnabout Legacy. Turnabout
No
Legacy
worries.
is the final case. Just okay.
Okay.
Think a little.
Well, that was great.
Yeah,
it sure
was. Yeah,
It
we
was.
finished it.
Well,
Very good.
I will say, folks, be back tomorrow as I will be hosting another Final Fantasy IX D&D session, now on Disc 3.
Cool.
Ah, nice.
Yay.
Well then,
All right.
have a good one, everyone.
Stay safe.
Take it easy.
Be
See ya.
safe. Bye.
See ya.